Welcome to the room, truth on the mic. Healing the soul, we rise and ignite. Mind, body, spirit aligned in the flame. War room tribe, we roar in our name. The roar room.
Friday night, baby.
Our tribe, our truth. The lights dim, the air shifts, and every heartbeat in this room starts to sink like a drum, calling its people home. We are the ones who rise when the world gets loud. We are the ones who speak when silence tries to swallow us whole. We are the ones who walk in with fire in our chests and purpose in our bones. This is our tribe, the ones who refuse to shrink, the ones who choose courage over comfort, the ones who know that truth isn't whispered, it's roared. So step in, stand tall, let the world hear what it tried to quiet. Because in this space, in the raw room, we don't hide who we are. We don't dim our light, we don't apologize for our power. We speak, we rise, we roar. Our tribe, our truth.
All right, let's get this party started. Or did it already start? Am I late to the party?
No, you're good.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking. Hope everybody had a great Friday. They're trying to flood us out here in Houston, but
Oh my gosh, it's been raining all night and all day. I mean, hard, hard. It's
yeah.
crazy.
So they're hitting us with all the rain, and they're trying to deprive Florida of any rain. And that's a lot of people are saying they feel dizzy and stuff and are having issues in Florida. But you got to keep in mind they're hitting you with all kinds of stuff to prevent rain from getting there for some reason. I don't.
Yeah, you showed where they're hitting the frequencies hard, right?
Yeah.
And you gotta also remember they do weather manipulation with the frequencies, right? So they're hitting that, which affects us too.
So how's the weather where you're at, Nadine? Before we get started.
It's fine. It's just like around 60.
60.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 60 down here too. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
It was 85 the other day. Wait, last week it was a little chilly. Then it went back up in temperature. Now we're back down to 60. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know at this time of the year. Like you always think I don't like the heat, so I'm all right. It's not like when you get into fall, you're like, all right, it's going to get cold no matter what. But now it's like, you never know.
You
It's
don't like
weird.
the heat. Stay out of the kitchen.
I do. I try to.
All right, we got a lot to cover tonight. As you can see, the golden year blackout. All right, so Trump was at the Villages, the biggest retirement um, village or community in America. I think 150,000 seniors down
He
there
went there.
buying.
He went there, and he gets pretend shot in the ear in Butler, and then he goes to the Villages. That's
The
nuts.
village people,
I
Yeah.
know.
It's like
YMCA.
yeah, it's flat, it's open. It's like that makes no sense.
He mentioned that in his
He did
rally tonight, right?
what? That it
What?
was flat and
The
open.
village, no, the villages.
What about
Oh,
what did he mention?
Trump,
What did he mention?
that he should join the villages
Oh yeah, he said he should sell all of his properties and then and
join the
join them at the
villages
village.
in Florida.
Right.
Did you even know he had a rally?
Ah,
no,
He
I don't know that stuff
all
anymore.
of a sudden he had a rally in Florida. Like what?
because he signed that retirement executive order. Y'all know that, right? For the retirement packages or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So and then
I just saw Mrs. Sheepdog put out about Medicare. It's costing more money.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
he was
because we were
saying the opposite at the thing.
right. We were watching the rally and we fact checked him, and he was telling a lie to the boomers. But
Yes.
you know they don't fact check nothing; they just clap and keep it moving, right? They just want to live out the rest of their lives, and I understand that. But uh, yeah, you got to fact check him because he's full of shit on a lot of shit. And I
Yeah.
didn't
He was
think
saying
I'd have to say that, but
everything was going to go down when it's actually going up.
he was saying that yeah, for the Medicaid and Medicare, it
Yeah,
was
you
going to
said
go
it
down.
was $60 more a month,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So now he's the executive order king. He's already bypassed Obama's signing of executive orders. He's already blew that number out the door window. Um, you know, why is that important though? Why are you bringing that up? Well, because he used to hate executive orders. This is all of his comments on executive orders starting March 29, 2016. At a campaign town hall in Wisconsin, Trump said he would make little use of executive orders if elected. Sorry, I had to laugh because he did quite the opposite.
Yeah.
I want to not use too many executive order, folks, Trump said. Executive orders sort of come about more recently under Obama, right? Nobody ever heard of an executive order. Then all of a sudden Obama, because he couldn't get anybody to agree with him, he starts signing them like they're butter. So I want to do away with executive orders for the most part, said Trump in 2016. Here we are 10 years later, and he's the executive order king. Quite the opposite. I guess that's what happens once you get APAC funding. February 19th, 2016, Trump said, Obama goes around signing executive orders. Trump said at a Republican town hall during the 2006 GOP primary. He can't even get along with the Democrats. He goes around signing all these executive orders. It's a basic disaster. You can't do it, said Trump. But let's keep in mind this is the same Trump now, right? This is the same hypocrite, right? So, January 26, 2016, during an appearance on MSNBC's Morning Joe when he was running for the GOP nomination for president, Trump said, quote, we have a president that can't get anything done, so he keeps signing executive orders all over the place. Here he is. Can't get anything done, signing executive orders all over the place. All right, here we go. Second one. Let me remove that. I can't see it at the top, so you get the. All right, second one we got. Let me remove this war room thing. There we go. January 4th, 2016. In January 2016, when Obama took executive action and aimed at reducing gun violence, Trump again assailed his use of such action. You know, quote, this is a quote from Trump, the first term Trump, quote, you know it's supposed to be negotiated. You're supposed to cajole, get people in a room. You're supposed to deal with them. You have Republicans, you have Democrats, you have all these people that get elected to do this stuff, he said. So Trump's literally bypassing Democrats and Republicans, people that we voted for, right? That the people voted for within their own state. He's overriding all their shit and just signing executive orders just like Obama did.
That's why I kind of think it may be him.
Obama, the black version of the white
And if
Obama.
you go back to like Revelations, the beast gives the other beast power as the first beast.
Yeah.
Right.
You have Republicans, you have Democrats, you have all these people that get elected to do this stuff, and you're supposed to get together and pass a law. So everything he's doing with these executive orders aren't even law; they can be wiped out, guys. So this whole administration, this whole term, is nothing. He's not accomplishing anything. They're just paper. He's just doing papers and holding up. Here, let me show you what he's doing.
And what is that?
There,
Executive
I signed a
order?
piece of paper.
Executive order is a recommendation.
It's a recommendation, right? Here you go. Here, No law passed. I just signed an executive order with my name. Right. So Trump also said you have to get Democrat right, get everybody together and pass a law. Trump said Obama doesn't want to do that because it's too much work. Hmm. Too much work for you, Trump. So he doesn't want to work too hard. He wants to go back and play golf. Is this Trump talking about his? So Trump's talking about Obama playing golf every weekend, yet Trump plays golf every weekend, like he said he wasn't going to do. He was going to. He
You'd be
quote
so
quote.
busy.
I'm going to be so busy working for you, the people, that I ain't going to have time to play golf. And everybody went, bravo, bravo, bravo. And then he goes and plays golf every weekend, and nobody calls him out. Just silence. Just everybody's quiet. He signs 1 million executive orders. Republicans, Democrats, both silent. Don't even say anything about it. No laws passed, just
What if
paperwork signed.
what if he Dale said the real the Trump is in China Mountain? So if he's in China, whatever China Mountain is, maybe he meant Cheyenne Mountain. If that's true, that ain't Trump,
Of
right?
course, when Trump took executive action on coronavirus aid over the weekend, he was at his private golf club in New Jersey. Huh. All right, let's go to 2015. I guess I got these out of order. I should have put that. That one got a little out of order there. Or am I going in reverse? Yeah, okay, I'm going down to the. Okay, sorry, I started in the wrong order. I should have started from 2012 when he started saying all this about the executive orders, but we're going to go down to 2012. Here's at December 12, 2015, at a campaign event in South Carolina, Trump said of Obama, quote, I don't think he even tries anymore. I think he just signs his executive actions. Isn't that what Trump's doing? I mean, every other day is an executive order. He isn't even trying. Congress isn't doing anything. Have y'all noticed?
No.
Nothing.
Well, they introduce the bills and then some the Democrats block it, or vice versa.
Well, they
They're
sign
not.
what
It's not going nowhere.
they
They look
sign
like
whatever
they're
Trump
trying to do something, but
they
they're
sign
not.
they sign whatever Trump tells them to sign,
Or that.
or else he'll give or break out that blackmail. Don't make Trump break out that blackmail on you. So I don't think he even tries anymore, he said of Obama. I think he just signs executive orders. Trump then said that presidents are not supposed to govern by executive order and should stick to the system of checks and balances.
And you notice when they give it to him, he don't even know what it is until they hand it, and then they explain it to him. And he's like, oh, okay, and then he just
And he
signs
just
it
signs it.
like he doesn't even know what it was.
That's the way the system is supposed to work, Trump said. And then all of a sudden I hear he tried, he can't do it. And then boom, then another one, boom, and then another executive order, boom. And then Obama signs another executive order, Trump said. All right, now let's go down to 2015, December 12th, 2015. At a campaign event in South Carolina, Trump said of Obama, quote, I don't think he even tried. Okay, I think I just did that one twice. Let's go to this one, October 20th, 2015. In an interview with Fox Business, Stuart Barney, Trump said signing executive orders was a cop out. Hold on. Hold on. This is a cop out, folks, according to Trump. He's copping out. He's not signing anything into law. Nothing's getting done. He's just signing paperwork and everybody's clapping like seals, thinking he's doing something and he's not. It can all be wiped away by the next administration. Is that cool? I mean, this is really all for nothing,
Right.
right? So look at Obama. He doesn't get anything done. You have Democrats that have been there for years and they've hardly even met him. You have got to get close. You got what? You have got to get you've got to close the door and get things done without signing your executive orders all the time, Trump said. That's the easy way out, Trump said. Wow. And then we go to this, January 9th, 2013. This is how it starts. Obama is now threatening to use an executive order for gun control, Trump tweeted. See, Trump's a fear porn person. He loves to put fear in people in order to control or the situation, the narrative. That's all fear. He's a fear-based person. If you don't vote for me, this country's going to hell. And then everybody, oh my God, oh, I got to get out and vote for Trump. We're going to hell. Like, right? Fear porn, fear tactics. That's not real leadership, right? So Trump tweeted just before Obama was sworn in for his second term. And I'm not defending Obama. I'm not an Obama fan. I'm not a James Comey fan. None of them. Right. I just like to point out the hypocrisy. How you flip. How you say you stood for one thing, and then when you get in there, you do something quite opposite. Is what I'm pointing out. Right. So Trump tweeted just before Obama was sworn in for his second term in office, "Welcome to his second term." The tweet came just a few weeks after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, in which 20 children and 6 staff members at the Connecticut school were killed. Obama noting that Congress had failed to act on any gun control measures, uh, con- um, contemplated taking executive action to get the job done. The president is going to act, Trump said. Executive orders, executive action can be taken. Then Vice President Joe Biden said, "We haven't decided what this is yet, but we're compiling it with all the help of the Attorney General and all the rest of the cabinet members." All right, so then we go down to 2012. July 10th, 2012. Why is Barack Obama constantly issuing executive orders that are major power grabs of authority? Trump is doing major power grabs of authority. That's what this is, according to his own words, right? That's what he's doing. And nobody's calling him out because everybody's a hypocrite. You're hypocrites. You didn't, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And that's why everybody's falling for this shit. That's why we're going through what we're going through, because nobody's saying
Yeah.
anything.
So
We're tacitly complying to the bullshit because it's Trump. And that's the test. That's where we fell. Right? How could you be so against it when Obama was doing it, but when Trump gets in there, it's okay? That's hypocrisy on another, like, next level. Right? So here we go. So this is a big power grab of authority, Trump says. This is the latest Trump tweeted. The link Trump tweeted is no longer live. However, 4 days before that tweet, Obama signed an executive order titled Assignment of National Security Emergency Preparedness Communications Functions, aimed at ensuring the federal government had the ability to communicate at all times under all circumstances to carry out its most critical and time-sensitive missions. Okay. So again, this is all Trump. And he did not like the executive orders. He said that was no way to lead a country. But yet here we are, and MAGA cheers, and it's just like blown away because everybody was like, "Yeah, why is Obama? He's going to take our guns with these executive orders. He can't do that. He's got to get it. Impeach, impeach." Right now, here we are. Trump's doing it, and everybody's crickets on the crickets, crickets. Right.
Hey, I remember seeing a day or two ago on the news feed that somebody was putting his impeachment in
That's all
again.
circus.
yeah, they just put it
Dude,
in like
that
a
impeachment
week
shit
ago.
is a waste of time. The Democrats can't do shit. They're worthless, just like the Republicans.
Well, they can't impeach a president because there's not really a president.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's a corporation.
So it's just like a
It's
game,
just
and then it gets everyone emotional and
it's just
stressed.
folding shit up is what they're
It's
doing.
just a
We're not getting
joke,
nothing done. You're
really.
going to impeach him, but yet you didn't do anything when Obama. Hold on, you're going to impeach Trump, but yet you let Joe Bot in there, and you didn't say anything about the two. You see what I'm saying?
They try to
You
impeach
put
him
a fake
already,
president in for
but
4 years.
can't impeach him because he's not a president.
So here's Trump at the Villages in Florida today, talking to his base, which is the retired class, the boomer generation of uh, they're retired, they got money, uh, their 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 401ks,
Stocks,
their stocks, the
bonds,
Dow is at 50,000. That was for the
their,
boomers, right? That was for that generation. So when we look at where he's at, this is where he's at. And but here's a little. We'll play a little bit of this here in a second. But I went and listened to those. We had to fact check some of this shit. But people just, it's sad to see people just still blindly clapping and not really like, I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. The cognitive dissonance, the blind worship, the blind following people, just following any of these people right now, even after what took place during COVID, the scamdemic, is just absurd to me. But here he is in Florida. So here is the population we're talking about. He's talking about the Villages. There's about 100,000 people here, 200,000 people. They have a lot of issues in this village. the homes go for about 200,000 to 100,000. Little bitty duplex. Y'all are all on top of each other. Everybody drives around on a golf cart. You have issues just like any community. This is an experiment right here. We're seeing this experiment they created in Florida. It's the neighbors around them, they can't build or add anything to their properties, but the villages can keep adding. Did you know that? The people around them.
Well, they said it was an experiment, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like America was an
Yeah,
experiment.
this whole thing's an experiment.
Right.
All of it.
It's crazy.
So here's the community they created. Um,
It's 65
lot-
and up, I think.
there's a lot going on at the villages. Let me tell you. You know what I mean?
But
Well-
you can't even have like your grandkids there, but I think 2 weeks minimum.
Minimum. Yeah.
It's the largest retirement community in the USA. Just north of Orlando, the Villages is home to 130,000 seniors. They enjoy
How do you control people in one area with all the money? And these
Right.
people are coming from up north,
Yeah.
right? They're coming from up north, all over the country to go down there into this community, and they're being catered to. And guess what?
It's all patriotism and
Oh, the whole
No.
thing. It's like
yeah.
it's like they took that generation and created it at the villages from like the 50s and 60s, where they have
It
like
reminds me of the movie The Village.
they have pictures of Eisenhower in here. It's
Yeah, it's crazy, like a museum type thing with
Yeah.
all the
all the
Civil War, the Revolutionary
so well,
War.
yeah.
all that. It's crazy.
they enjoy all sorts
And you know how easy it is for our elders to be scammed, right?
Yeah.
To fall for scams.
of activities. It also became a battleground during the presidential election.
I have an idea. I will sell Mar-a-Lago, and I'll move to the villages. You know what? Not the worst idea.
Now there's a new documentary
Isn't that weird that he said the same thing tonight? Almost like he had the same script.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird that he said the same thing at the thing tonight, which is what he said in 2020?
It's almost the exact same thing.
Same thing. He
Like
said the
they're
same thing
using
today.
the same footage.
He doesn't even have any. He doesn't even have any new lines.
No, it's almost like
There's no
the
new
same
lines.
Oh no, you could tell that from those rallies.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
It's like he's on repeat.
about the Villages, some kind of heaven. It looks like a great place to live, right? But there have been prior allegations of a wild swinger scene loaded with booze.
Oh my goodness.
There is some drama to this story, right?
A lot of drama.
Anne and Reggie Kinser say they left Nashville and moved to the Villages to breathe new life into their 47-year marriage. Instead, life in the Villages became a nightmare. Reggie ended up being arrested for cocaine and marijuana possession.
You're probably the rudest person I've ever had in court. I can tell you that.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, they're partying it up down there in the villages, guys.
Oh, everything's legal at the villages.
Oh, it's
Going to
wide
the
open.
village. I'm going to the village tonight. Yeah.
Swinging. Oh yeah, on your golf cart when you drive around, they have a certain they put like a foxtail or a certain thing on your golf cart to let others know that you swing.
Oh my goodness. You know, I heard from my aunt who's an RN down there in Florida that the nursing homes are one of the biggest places for STDs.
Yeah, that's the issue they have at the villages is the STD
Oh
rate.
my goodness. They've got the urologists and the gynecologists making all these house calls. They've got what's in the water. They've got like the Viagra and the HRT stuff. Like they're just pumping them full of shit. They're like, yeah, let's go.
Well, they're trying to live out their college years or their high school years when they're elderly.
Oh my god.
So they're trying to live out their. So it's opposite, right?
Oh,
Instead of
investigate the villages. Call him. We're gonna have to put out a tweet for Bug Eye. What's that guy? What was that guy? Oh,
What's
Cash
that?
Patel. We're gonna have to put a tweet out to investigate the villages.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh my goodness, bud. You see this?
Yeah, so it looks like it's like most people, they work their whole lives, and then at the end, when they retire, then they think they got all this energy and vitality, and then they try to do young people shit when they should do that like before they get involved in their careers and their homes and shit. They should get all this out of their system, but these people I don't think did. So therefore they're doing it now.
Yes. Well, they're enjoying. Yeah, they probably worked or whatever. And
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, they went straight to work right out of
making
high
up for
school, went
lost
to
time.
college. They went to college, went and got the career, got the whatever, and now they're 70, 60, 70, 80 years old, and now they're swinging and doing drugs. Not all of them, so don't get me wrong. Just a good, just that is an issue in this community, as you can see.
The rudest person I've ever had in court, I can tell you that.
What was that like for you?
Horrible. It was embarrassing. I just had never been through that before, and all of that was just awful for me.
Lance Oppenheim directed the new documentary.
You can't outrun your problems, no matter how many activities, no matter how much pickleball you'll play, your problems will catch up with you.
For me, it hasn't been the fantasy land that I thought it would be.
Barbara Lacchiato moved to the Villages from Boston in search of sunshine and retirement bliss. Instead, she found herself isolated and unhappy after her husband died.
You really shouldn't come to the Villages if you're single.
But many residents really love it.
I just think it's heaven on earth.
There you go, heaven on earth, right? Dun, 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 dun. Which takes me to, did y'all see the line outside?
What line?
Oh, you didn't see. What did you do today, Nadine?
What line? I don't even know what you're talking
The
about.
line, the line, the dowel, the dowel.
The line, the line.
Ruff, ruff.
No, the line outside to wait for the rally. It was like,
Oh, I didn't even know he had a
I
rally.
didn't know he had a
I
rally
said,
either. I was
where
like,
did that come from?
where the
I
hell
was
did-
just minding my own business, sheepdog.
Well, we clicked on it and like there's like all these people. I was like, are you sure that's not old
Is this a
footage?
repeat, a rerun of the
Because
rally?
that didn't even look right.
Well, then I thought, okay, well, he just signed that retirement thing, executive order, right?
But he talked about bringing the medicine down, right?
Uh-huh.
That's the same thing he said in his first term, right?
Right.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it seemed like a repeat, and the
Yeah,
audience was huge. Didn't even look right.
You seen the audio? I didn't see how many people.
Yeah,
were there.
remember they showed the audience? They were all clapping. I was like, what? So
Here,
it
let me
looks
go
like
look.
they might have used old footage or something.
Let me go look. And
I don't
see the
know.
audience.
Who's in Florida?
Let's see.
Was there a rally?
Yeah, there's a rally at the Village.
There's a lot of people in there. That's crazy. I never even heard of it.
Trump's going to sell his mansion and go live in a $200,000 box.
Hey, they get to play pickleball and
Back
swing.
and go golfing every day. Go golfing. Yeah, I don't see. Let me see here. I'm looking at I don't see the line. They're not showing the line here on ours. On right side broadcast, wrong side I like to call it wrong side broadcasting because they're on the wrong side of history.
Right.
Of course, they played Lee Greenwood, right? You got to get the Lee Greenwood.
To the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of...
Yeah.
Oh, look at what Boots. The Village is like the movie Cocoon.
Oh, it is. All right, so today is May Day, Illuminati's birthday. May 1st, 1776.
Well, they suck, and I shouldn't say anything more because it's not good to do that, but they're bad.
There you go.
1776 is known as the birth of American independence, but some say it marks something far darker. According to this theory, 1776 wasn't just about political freedom. It was a cosmic reset. The moment Satan was let loose to begin his short season of deception. July 4th marked the founding of the United States, while just 2 months earlier, May 1st, saw the birth of the Bavarian Illuminati, a secret society often tied to these theories. Some people even go as far as to link this period to the fall of the Tartarian Empire, a supposed ancient Christian kingdom destroyed in a cataclysm. The modern world, they argue, rose from the ashes of that golden age, with America at the world's helm of the new deceptive order. Like, share, comment, and follow for more hidden from the ashes of that gold destroyed in a cataclysm.
What was destroyed? Hold on, let's go back here.
The modern world, they argue, rose from the ashes of that golden age, with America at the world's
golden age?
helm of.
Yeah, that's why we're in an age of deception right now. That's why you got NASA and all this deception. Everybody's lying and full of shit because that's where we're at. We're in an age of deception.
We're on the ass end of this, and we're really strong people to have put up with all this stuff. We're super strong to have lived through the end of like hell, really.
Right. And you know, the Gilded Age was right during the Depression. The rich got richer, the poor got poorer. And the Gilded Age, because everything was like lined with gold with them, and that they lived it up, right? Kind of like they're showing you now that they had caviar and ice cream with truffles on top at the coordination dinner, right?
2 months earlier, May 1st, saw the birth of the Bavarian Illuminati.
That's what JFK was talking about, the secret societies.
A secret society often tied to these theories. Some people even go as far as to link this period to the fall of the Tartarian Empire, a supposed.
So this is when the 1,000 years of peace took place, just like in your book of Revelations, because it talks about it in the past tense when you read it. Go to Revelations chapter 20, and it says they lived, ED, and reigned, past tense, for 1,000 years.
Yes.
So the second coming already took place. They're just trying to hide it and hide the timeline, but the buildings are still here, and they speak volumes, whether you believe in that or not. Right.
Ancient Christian kingdom destroyed in a.
Whether it be Christian or not, there was another kingdom here already after the fact, and that's when it was 1213. King John got his head cut off, or was under duress and had to hand everything over to the Pope. Right? So the Pope has everything, the Vatican. Since then, since 1213.
Because they are they claim to be the victors of Christ, that they rule the world. Literally. Right? No law can be passed in the United States without the Vatican's approval.
That's
Did you
it.
know that?
And the Pope can undo any law there is.
He can undo it too, yes.
Cataclysm. The modern world, they argue, rose from the ashes of that golden age, with America at the world's helm of the new deceptive order.
The new world order. Right. It's already done. It's like we're in fear of something that's already taken place. Right. So this is the city council here in Texas calling for the men to stand up. We can't just have one person standing up out of a whole county, or two people. Everyone's going to have to come together at some point.
Yeah, but right now it's a lot of infighting all over the place.
Yep.
Who's who, what's what, who's the owner of the lands. When guess what? No one owns the land. No one.
To finish my conversation last time I was here, these gentlemen over here threatened me with arrest for my First Amendment right, which, equal treatment under law, right? Thank you. Okay, so today, if y'all threaten to arrest me, make sure you actually have the law that I broke. Go ahead and get GPT chat, because it's gonna happen in a minute, and I'm gonna ask for it before you threaten me with arrest, so I don't look stupid. Okay. Men. So in this population, you have roughly 350,000 people. With the 350,000 people, about 70% of them men. 18 years and older is about 120,000 men. If just 0.1% of the men in this town would do what I do, this city council meeting would be overflowing with men, over 200. If there's more than 200 men here, what do you think happens to these cops when they try to illegally arrest us? What would you do? Would you arrest 200 men for telling you, I don't believe in you and you're a piece of shit? Would you? You see how the tides would turn if y'all would just listen? And then you could take those 200 men and do it across the entire United States at every city council meeting. And it would take the men, 1 hour a month to change the entire world. Men could change the entire world if they just sat up here and did what I did. Thank you for not threatening me for arrest. I appreciate it. Cussing is legal. Right, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Weasley?
Mr. Weasley,
Last time I was here, you said,
Mr. Weasley, pay attention when the public is talking to you, sir. You're a public service. You're serving the public. You need to pay attention, not looking down at whatever you're looking down at. You get that? See what they're doing? Just don't even pay attention. Like this guy doesn't have the authority. He has all the authority.
Stare at their phones.
Yeah.
They won't even look at him.
No, they won't look at anybody, not just him.
No.
But when you look at these,
You ever go to court, the judge will not look you in the face.
yeah, look at him looking down. I look at this other guy looking down too.
Because they think they're above you.
They're above us.
Yeah.
Because we've been programmed to give them some kind of authority they don't have. They're public service at all. So,
and that's what when King Charles came, that was showing you something, right? We never separated from the UK, although they want you to think that in the history books.
No, we
Right?
got layers. It's like first at Turtle Island, then before that, even think about Tartaria, Atlantis, all that, and then you get Turtle Island, then you've got Rome and England, and then you've got Japan and Germany. It's, I mean, who doesn't have a piece of us at this point? And then none of us own our land. Like nobody owns their own.
No, you
So
can't.
it's like, what the fuck?
We're
we've been
supposed to be
everywhere.
stewards of it. We're supposed to be stewards of it. No, everyone's fighting on whose land's who.
Yeah,
Guess
and there's
what?
enough land. There's enough land for everybody.
We've all enslaved each other. We've all fought each other and took over each other's lands throughout history from the beginning of time.
Isn't that some shit?
So let's stop with the nonsense.
Yep.
cut the bullshit. Here we go.
Just sat up here and did what I did. Thank you for not threatening me for arrest. I appreciate it. Cussing is legal. Right, Mr. Weasley.
Weasley,
Mr. Weasley, last time I was here, you said cussing was illegal. You have no statement now?
Pay attention, Weasley.
Y'all learned. Thank you for your time. Before I leave, your officer also understands constitutional rights, as he told me, fuck you in the hallway last time I was here.
Oh, yeah.
So fuck you and have a nice day.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
And,
Have a nice day.
and there you go. Oh, here's the villages. It just popped up for me. Thank you, algorithm. Look at that. It just gave me the video I was looking for. That's awesome. Look at that. Meanwhile, we're sitting out at a rally. What? All the way down around the corner down there? Y'all think the fight is showing up to the rallies? That's where the fight is? That's not where the fight is, folks.
On Friday, we've been watching the response here outside of the village's charter school.
So like he said, if we can get 200 men inside of these city council,
And I
city
looked it up,
meetings.
and they said everybody in the villages voted for Trump and they donated to him.
Oh yeah, the elderly people donate to billionaires
Yeah.
all the time, and that's what pisses me off.
I never even heard of it.
I have. I heard about the.
I didn't
Well,
know that
I heard about it from.
there
Remember
was
that?
that many people there.
Remember the guy that does YouTube and he goes around to different areas in America? He went there and then they told him about the swinger thing, and then
Yeah, and they admitted to
yeah,
it.
they said yeah, you got to have like a raccoon tail hanging from your mirror on your golf cart that lets all the other people know that you swing.
Yeah.
I ain't hey, whatever, do what you want to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, I ain't nobody tripping on that, but
But
it's
don't
wild
act
at the
like you're,
villages.
holier than thou Christian nationalist when you're doing that.
Just a swinging.
When you're just
swinging.
Do what you got to do.
He's scheduled to
boo.
speak. A lot of excitement from those here. And
so this is what we're talking about. Like he said, they need 200 men at each public hearing in your local communities, not at a rally.
That is the problem.
Yeah, this is an issue.
That's the problem
Hey,
because they're all going to the person they think's going to solve
Yes.
everything, and that person's saying, "What y'all are? I gave it back to y'all. Why aren't y'all doing it?"
He gave you the 2017 inauguration speech.
Exactly.
He said he's returning the power back to the people, and I don't think these people got the memo. But however, we've been talking about it quite often here.
So that's why it keeps getting worse and worse until we start seeing that the people that aren't is holding us up, basically.
charter school where he's scheduled to speak. A lot of excitement from those here, and not far away, many are also speaking out against the president.
I'm so excited. I can't even tell you how excited I am.
Thousands showing up hours ahead of President Trump's visit on Friday, many lining up before sunrise.
Want to make America great, and we're looking for the great policies that he's going to be putting in effect, especially for us seniors.
Security is especially tight as it's less than a week since a gunman stormed the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
I feel safe because of what happened there. It's already been 3 attempts on President Trump. I think they're...
So you see that? Y'all see that? You see how the lies, they hear the lies, but when the truth comes out about these attempts, they're nowhere around to hear the truth. They don't pick that up. So that's what, so whenever Trump shares these videos, Cash Patel shares videos of things, of investigations that haven't even been complete, and they start painting his narratives, it's so that the people that don't do any research get the lies versus the truth of what's really taking place. They don't get the truth. Only 5% of the people will get to the truth, the bottom of what really took place, and the other 90 that just accepted the lies like she did will just repeat this when they're asked the question. There's 3 attempts on his life. If there's 3 attempts on Trump's life,
Yeah, but his first term, wasn't there 20?
right. If there's 3 attempts on Trump's life, why is he at a rally?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're taking that as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Why is he at a
My
rally?
cowboy is the toughest cowboy alive.
So you're telling me the villages gave him better security than
That's what I was saying
DC?
before. But he's out in the middle of villages, the flattest freaking place besides Texas, probably. It's flat. Florida is freaking flat. I mourned. I could not find a mountain to save my life when I was down there. And to go to Florida and think that you're going to be, I mean, I know it's not real, but it's just full of shit.
Well, regardless if it's flat or not, the point, what I'm trying to say here is, if his life's in danger, why is he going to a rally in Florida or anything? Why isn't the security situation addressed before he moves forward and does anything else? Why are we still walking around like there's nothing really? So it's all bullshit, like you said, Nadine.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
That lady looks like Van Halen. What's his name? David Lee Roth with the glasses and the thing around her neck.
It does. That's funny.
Because of what happened there, it's already been 3 attempts on President Trump. I think they're going to be on their best.
While supporters of the president are lining up for a chance to hear him speak in person, critics are gathering as well. A lot of them right here at the street corner, a couple of miles away, and they want to make their voices heard.
I vote for the person, but I cannot vote for Trump.
Democrats holding a golf cart protest against the president's visit and speaking.
He votes for the person, but he can't vote for Trump. You're supposed to be voting based on like policies and stuff,
Not the
not the
person.
personality of the person, because you want to marry the person because you think he's hot or he's a billionaire and he could just take care of you or
It's
some crazy
daddy
shit.
issues.
Get out against Republican policies.
I hope the people of Florida understand that redistricting is a bad thing.
It's a bad thing when the Republicans do it, and then when the Democrats do it, it's a bad thing.
Right.
So I'm assuming he's a Democrat, but he's only saying it's a bad thing. But I wonder if he said the same thing when the Democrats were doing the same gerrymandering.
And that our Congress.
So the hypocrisy is through the roof. He says no king in America, right? But yet the Democrats clap for King Charles.
I know.
Congress needs to support democracy, not necessarily the king that's in charge.
Opposing message coming from the group.
Right, and the king, and that the White House put that out when they showed a picture of King Charles and Trump, and it said two kings, and I responded to the White House, you mean two actors?
Right. Wannabe king.
Two actors? I thought that's what 1776 was about, because we didn't want any kings.
Exactly.
What happened?
But we had infiltrators and traitors within there as well, who sold us out.
Right.
But both finding common ground.
Damn, we could just get this line at the city council meetings, man. We'd be really kicking ass.
On the right to disagree.
That's the thing about America. You have your freedoms, but if that's what they want to do, they have their right to do it.
With so many people either attending or protesting the visit, drivers are being warned about road closures and detours. Anyone not attending.
All right, anyways, continue. All right, flock license plates things are being, this is flock license plate reader camera stolen near Highway 49 in Auburn. You're probably going to,
right?
about,
There were several taken down, right?
Three. Yep.
Flock license plate reader cameras. Thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Curtis Ming.
And I'm Andrea Flores. They were all taken from the same area near Highway 49 and Nevada Street. Two were from the Auburn Police Department. One was from the Placer County Sheriff's Office. KCRA 3's Peyton Headley is live in Auburn tonight. So Peyton, where exactly were these cameras taken from?
Yeah, well, the cameras are mounted on poles like this one here, but they're strapped up quite a bit higher. You can actually see the cord that was cut when the thief came through and took it off the pole. This is what the flock cameras look like. They read license plates and are used largely to identify stolen vehicles and help with criminal investigations.
They're very obvious. We're not trying to hide them. They're just there in order to help with our investigative leads.
Auburn normally has 12 in the city. Now they're down 2.
Based on our research so far, it looks like it was on April 26th.
That's when Sergeant Joe Almeida says the 2 cameras on Nevada Street and Marguerite Mine Road near Highway 49 were stolen. Officers found the poles that the cameras were mounted on empty and the cords cut. Both cameras were later found in a nearby canal.
So they're completely destroyed. They were completely submerged in the water, so we're unable to recover those cameras, but we're partnering with Flock to get them replaced.
The Placer County Sheriff's Office says one of its cameras was also stolen the same morning in the same area. That one hasn't been recovered. Why do you think someone would want to take those down?
Based on what we've seen, if you pay attention to nationwide, there's a big uproar in regards to cameras, government overwatch. So when you look at it from that standpoint, they're thinking Big Brother is paying attention to them 24/7, 7 days a week. But in theory, what we're looking for is intel gathering for wanted subjects, missing persons, things like that. We're not out there looking for anybody every single day.
As for who...
Oh, he's peeing on our freaking foot and he's telling us it's raining.
But they're still working to find them.
What's that?
Said he's peeing on our foot and he's telling us it's raining.
Oh yeah. Well, they don't like that those flock cameras are being taken down, or that they have a bill to limit their access, because they've been using that all along. If y'all didn't know, that's how they catch everybody. just even speeding or anything. Which is against your Fourth and Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, this is a constitutional right battle, guys. It's a constitutional battle. It's a Fourth Amendment right violation, and they don't give a shit about the Constitution or anything.
No, it's
Not one of
about
them are
getting money for their
getting money. They want to fill up that prison system, man. That they all sign contracts with the private
they
prison
have
system.
to justify their existence, right?
Exactly. They need to justify their paycheck.
Yep. And they're funding and all their cars and upgrading their cars and all their military equipment, which they're not supposed to have.
Yeah, they're bringing Mustangs to New York again for state police.
Yeah, and they all get brand new cars every like year or two.
Yeah, they even were gonna match the uniforms. They're gonna go out and buy new cars to match the uniform color, the gray. I'm like, what the? Yeah, if if they only came when they were called, like they're supposed to, then they wouldn't be out there hunting us every minute, and they wouldn't be using up the gas, the miles, everything, aggravating. Because most people, if you go on a road that's 55, you might go to 62, you might go to 15, whatever. But if you hit 65 or something, you go right back down. It's not like you stay there, but they're always right there. If you go just 1 mile an hour over, it's like people, for the most part, are going to do the right thing and behave. Like, you don't have to hunt everybody just to grab one person that might be misbehaving.
Tell that to the older generation, right?
Well, they don't want to hear it.
It's because they want to feel safe.
Well, you know what? I don't feel safe with people pulling me over with the flashing lights on a 2-lane highway.
Well, quit being a criminal.
Oh yeah, I'm a freaking real.
Quit being a terrorist.
Me and Bud going down the road. He's even got a seatbelt on.
You don't know you're an enemy of the state?
Oh,
wake up.
Oh, I am. I tell you.
We all are.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we were getting treated like this.
With no seatbelts. That's retarded.
This is what happens when a society forgets about where they came from and forgets about everything that the has been established, right? And we just let it go to waste.
And they're listening to the wrong people. They listen over and over and over again to the wrong people. Even when something was like, I don't really trust that, but I'll go along with it. No, the okie doke shit is done.
You have a republic as long as you can preserve it. That's it. You can't be given a republic. None of that. I don't give a shit. This isn't a constitutional republic like a lot of people are saying. Oh, we're in a constitutional republic because Trump's in office. No, it's not.
No.
Then why is everything unconstitutional, folks?
He's the president of a corporation. He can't be
right.
a republic. What did Benjamin Franklin say?
What did he say?
You have a republic as long as you can keep it.
That's it.
Right? But you have to know what it is and how it operates, or you can never have it. And it's not something someone can give you.
Right.
It's something that has to be gained and maintained.
All right, so Larry Trump, well, hold on. Where's it at? Oh, that's it right there. All right, so Donald Trump Jr. and Laura Trump hold 30% stake in the Salem Media, which is registered as a foreign agent for Israel. Eric Trump's company has merged with an Israeli drone firm, and Don Jr. is a top backer. The Trump family business's empire has effectively merged with Israel. That's what's going on. That's why your Epstein files aren't coming out. Because it'll destroy his whole family and their investments. That's why you're not getting shit. That's why you're getting the alien shit. Them files, there's got to be something crazy in them files to all of a sudden Trump wants to release the UFO documents.
It's everything. The Epstein files is everything. Everything. It's the whole entire thing. It's not even a person. That the person that they showed you is not even that person. There was a person behind that person.
Wow, it's amazing. So anyone can do it, really. Anyone can do it. Kids, anyone.
This is Extend, an Israeli company using AI-powered drones to carry out high-risk missions without putting operators in harm's way.
We've been battle-proven ever since we started. Bad actor inside a building. Traditionally, you had people around the building, someone going inside, walking between the rooms, holding guns. Using the Extend solution, you have a swarm. You have, let's say, 3 drones. One can fly above the building. One drone can break into the building, and another drone can actually go inside and scan the rooms and find the bad actor. These 3 drones can be controlled by basically a soldier or a security guard that doesn't have to physically be there.
Extend recently announced a $1.5 billion merger with US-based JFB Construction, backed by Eric Trump, forming a NASDAQ-listed autonomous robotics company, Extend AI Robotics.
Flying the drone is extremely simple and easy. Everyone can fly it within minutes. So we use this controller. It's called an MNF controller. It stands for Mark and Fly. And this is how I control the drone. Just point, and the drone goes wherever I point on the screen. You're a natural. Oh, my God. That's crazy.
I think the future of warfare is all about AI at the edge, allowing these drones and robots to actually operate at the edge, make the right decisions, or stop when they need to stop when things are not going in the right direction.
And straight to the right.
Yeah, there's your swarm of bees, right? Sounds like bees.
Didn't they have a picture of Trump with around bees? Right.
Yeah.
That was just in that video that I said I liked today.
Yeah.
That was a good video.
Yeah, it was a good video.
I'm gonna repost it for you.
It's the bees reference hive mind, right?
Yep. So again, this is Don Jr. and Larry, Lara Trump holds a 30% stake in Salem Media, which is registered foreign agent for Israel. And then we go into what we see on the screen now, which is Laura Trump. Barron Trump is not a time traveler, she says. I've seen him grow up. If you believe in conspiracies like this, then you probably also believe we didn't actually land on the moon. Or you also believe that 9/11 was an inside job. Is this a reverse psychology? MJ Truth said.
All right, final question. What do you think of the theory that Barron is a time traveler? You know what? What is this? I've seen this out there. And by the way, the amount of views that some of these videos get where they really dissect like how this really worked out, and you go back and there was a Barron Trump, and all of it is wild, actually, if you really look at it. I'm not trying to ruin anybody or rain on any parades here. Barron Trump is not a time traveler. Sorry to say it. I'm sorry. I broke a lot of people's hearts today. Yeah, I think the theory is crazy, obviously. But listen, that should show you out there how much like really crazy stuff exists. Okay. Name me one time traveler. Name me anybody who actually can say that that's a real thing. It doesn't exist, but people have gotten so far off the rails on this Barron being a time traveler thing. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's crazy. I've known Barron for 18 years. Okay. He's not a time traveler. I've seen him grow up. It's crazy stuff. But I think people love to grab on to, conspiracies or things that are very far-fetched like that. You also, if you believe that, maybe a person who believes that we didn't actually land on the moon. We're going back. Artemis 2 just circled around.
She's complicit. He, sorry, it's hard to tell these days, right? So if you believe that, which I don't give a shit about Barron being a time traveler or not, that's none about the point of what I'm bringing this video for is the fact that she literally thinks that we landed on the moon and that 9/11 wasn't an inside job.
Well, with Barron, if this movie has been going on since the beginning of the 1900s, it's been a movie the entire time. So we don't have to even think that he's a time traveler. It was in the script.
Believe that. Maybe a person who believes that we didn't actually land on the moon. We're going back. Artemis 2 just circled around the dark side of the moon. They got all their intel. We're going back. We're going back to the moon, and then we're going to Mars, supposedly.
Yeah, she's an idiot. Or he's an idiot.
Probably believe that
Mars is in outer space for real, but it's not outside of this firmament.
No.
9/11 was an inside job. All those things, right? Barron is not a time traveler. So
yeah, well, we don't really give a shit about Barron.
And he's not. They've proven that. That's CIA. It was put out by the CIA.
Right.
Right? That Ingersoll, Lockwood, all that CIA.
Yeah.
You know
All
what?
right.
They could have put that book out in 1924, like when the movie you said the other night it started. They could have put it up then, and they could have just backdated that Ingersoll Lockwood book.
They
Like
could make up the whole thing.
that's the shitting thing. Yeah, they could have done made up the whole blasted thing.
Yep.
So, oh my god.
They can do that. They do it all the
Yeah.
time.
They filmed the moon landing in a studio. Does Laura not understand that, or she think we're still retarded or some shit? I hate gatekeepers. I cannot stand a gatekeeper. Laura
hear
Trump,
you.
you're the biggest gatekeeper I've ever seen. Today you're the biggest gatekeeper to go still on whatever channel you're doing your show from, and to tell people you landed on the moon and you're cheering on the Artemis going around like you're really insulting our intelligence.
Oh, the 9/11 too. She hit all
Right.
three. She hit all three of them.
You hit all three. Yeah. But meanwhile, we got the new technology going in the Fords.
That ain't looking good.
Granny, we gotta go.
You think? Let's go.
Come on.
Due to elevated heart rate, high stress levels, and panic indicators, you are not fit to operate this vehicle.
What? There's a tornado!
Have you tried calming down?
Daryl, it's getting bigger.
Start the truck!
Let's begin a breathing exercise. Inhale. Exhale.
I'm not breathing right now.
Daryl, do something.
I'm trying!
Analyzing driver condition, I've determined you
I know what you're determined, but you're wrong!
I am never wrong.
Whose bright idea was this?
Your government's.
Granny, I have a feeling we're not in America anymore.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. World Economic Forum.
Oh my gosh. I think that's what they were showing us with Tiger Woods, right? How his car just went off a couple times.
Well, the good thing is Trump just ended the Obama era. He terminated the Obama era mandate that pushed auto stop systems into vehicles. So now when you go to a red light or whatever, your car is not going to shut off automatically anymore. Now Trump's going to give you a kill switch.
Yeah.
He's just going to shut it off, period.
Mm-hmm.
And people cheered this on. They're like, "Oh, Trump, he just ended the Obama era auto." Like, look, if you didn't like
something better,
if you didn't like the auto start thing or the auto kill whenever you go to a light, you shouldn't have bought the vehicle.
right?
I've driven one of them vehicles before. Every time you go to a stoplight, the car goes off, the AC gets hot, everything gets hot in the car until the light turns green and you can hit the gas and it cranks back up and then you take off. That was the craziest shit ever. But Trump stopped that. But however, we still have the kill switch that they're now bringing in and replace. Right. So you know the stop at the red light, your engine shuts off every single time. Doesn't matter if you hate it. Doesn't matter if it wears down the starter. Doesn't matter if you turn it off manually every time you start the car. It was forced in the name of efficiency. Trump just ended it. But coming out the back end of that is kill switches. So it doesn't make any sense.
That's why they were doing the gas like they are. Because a lot of people said we're going to go get the older cars, right? But the older cars now, they're putting more ethanol in the gas so that you burn more gas. But if you have an older vehicle, was
At
it
2001.
older than 2001, it will mess up your engine with the ethanol. So they're really messing with the.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's just not nice. That's not nice at all. That's not playing fair at all.
No, because they knew people were going to get the older cars to avoid the kill switches, right? But now they're going to mess up your car if you have an older one. I think you saved it.
Oh, did I?
Didn't they say something about like this will definitely get at everybody? Like they have thought of every little thing.
Yeah, it's going to
Like,
touch you
nobody's
in one
out of
way or
harm's-
the other.
Yeah, nobody is out of the way. Like if you think you're good, like I'm good. No, you're something is gonna get you.
You're going to feel it somewhat in one way or
yeah.
another. Yes.
It's coming. If you haven't built it yet.
Oh yeah, there was a Blondie song, "One Way or Another." I'm
Yeah.
gonna find you.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get
you. I'm
you.
gonna get you. Get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's messed up. I think you saved it and watched later.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get to that here in a second. All right, so we're on the cars. Trump just did this.
The hated start-stop feature onto American consumers, which
Oh, don't worry. No, he's going to do away with the stop-start feature, but you're going to get a kill switch.
unnecessarily shuts off a car's engine when you
That's
stop at a red
better.
light. In other words, the engine goes off. That's great. The endangerment finding was also used to impose the massive and really very expensive electric vehicle mandate. Expensive in the sense that nobody wanted it. Everybody was going to be forced to buy an electric car in a very short period of time, even though you can't power the car.
We're going to be forced to buy electric cars now. These gas prices keep climbing.
Because we would have had to spend $5 trillion on power stations.
They like to throw out big numbers like that to confuse people, because nobody knows what $1 trillion is. Let's get real.
Older than the year 2000, say back in the 80s, 90s, or a hot rod. Do you own a vehicle that's older than the year 2000, say back in the 80s, 90s, or a hot rod or something like I'm driving right now? If you do, you need to listen to this video, because things are about to change as of the first of the month that aren't good for us. What's happening is that as of May the 1st, the EPA has changed the percentage that's allowable for ethanol in the gas pumps to 15%. All right, we're already been at 10% for a long time, okay? But now it's going to 15%, which brings up a lot of problems that people aren't talking about. That, you know, I caught this on a news stream from my local news way down the bottom, and I went down the rabbit hole, and this is what I found out, that they're doing it to try to lower prices. I know with the stuff going on in the world, you know, prices are up and they're trying to ease it at the pump. And this is one of the things they come up with. But what they don't realize is that all of us that have older vehicles are going to suffer, because ethanol, if you don't have the right hoses and pieces on it, it's corrosive to rubbers and plastics if it's not formulated for it, which the majority of everything that's on that truck is not formulated for 15% ethanol. So if I run 15% in that truck, there's some things that's going to happen. The first thing is corrosion of metal parts, okay? I'm going to use a word, and I had to look it up. It's hydroscopic. I'm reading it off a piece of paper here. Hydroscopic means it absorbs water from air, which means moisture can corrode fuel, steel fuel tanks, aluminum carburetor bowls, and brass jets, okay? That's everything from to basically about 90 down. I mean, there's some fuel injection there, but there's still metal parts. It's in the fuel that are going to be degraded by this extra ethanol, which they're already being degraded by the 10%, but it's going to get worse at 15%, okay? And the other thing about that is it attracts moisture, which means ethanol with an open plenum, open bowl with an air vent, that fuel that's in that carburetor is going to attach to moisture. The water molecules in the air is going to attach to the fuel, which, if anybody knows, if everybody's ever want any ethanol, some E85 or anything like that, if you leave it in a carburetor bowl for a month, it turns into molasses. And you have to take it all apart and clean it all apart. It does not have a shelf life because it attracts moisture, which in something like this is the last thing you want to have happen. You don't want a corrosion on the inside of your carburetor. It gums up everything. Nothing runs right. You're rebuilding carburetors, you know, everything. It's not as bad on the 2000 and up, 2001 and up engines, because they're going to be a fuel injected system, which a fuel injected system is, majority of it is airtight. It's high volume, high pressure. You know, it holds its pressure, so there's not a lot of, there's not a lot of air getting to it. You know, you can have one sit for a couple of weeks and you can pop the access valve to it and it'll shoot gas at you. They say pressurized. So that's like a closed system. It's not has the issues. Plus the newer stuff, the rubbers, the gaskets, everything else already have the formulation to go against the 10% ethanol. And now we're going to 50%. So the rubbers and the gaskets, everything's already formulated for that. Would you like to be part of something special? Uncle West Garage now has memberships, and that's a open opportunity to be behind the scenes, to get information nobody else gets to see things, possibly get to see things before anybody else sees them, things like that. If you would like that opportunity, there's a link down below for the memberships for Uncle West Garage. Please sign up. This older stuff, they don't have that. It's going to wreak havoc, okay? It's going to be bad, detrimental. Not only does it get into your rubber parts, like your fuel lines and your metal lines, it also gets into your plastics. If you have filter elements in your fuel line, it's going to degrade those. It's going to make those go long. It's going to get in the tank. It's going to go up the tank. It's going to come up the line. It's going to come up everything because, you know, all these systems have vent systems on them, charcoal canisters, things like that. That allows, supposed to allow the fuel vapors to escape and not become a problem, or it not become vapor locked, but it also allows air in. The vent system on your gas tank is allowed air in so you can add gas to it and allow the vapors to escape while you're filling the tank. But that also, when you stop adding fuel, you're pulling vapors back in. You're pulling moisture back into the tank, and it's going to attach to it like a sponge, and it's going to start messing things up. Okay, now, and this goes for cars, trucks, ATVs, side-by-sides, boats, planes, whatever you got. If it's a internal combustion engine and wasn't originally built for ethanol added fuel, it's going to have an effect over time. It's something you have to pay attention to. There's no way around it. How you identify at the pump if it's got E85? There's a lot of them that's not going to be marked. It's just going to say super premium 88 or something like that, or unleaded 88. It's going to be very basic, but they are going to be stickers. By law, they have to put stickers on the pump to say it's now 50% ethanol. And because as of May the 1st, at midnight, May the 1st, there are going to be people out there going on the pumps and putting brand new stickers on it. If you are like me and you usually get your gas at the regular places, then you'll be able to see it right away with a brand new, fresh, big yellow sticker saying 50% ethanol. Okay. Now I'm lucky enough. I live down here in the South. I live on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border. So I'm kind of middle of the country. I have a couple of stations around the area that actually do not have any ethanol whatsoever. And I've been going to them for the fuel for my lawnmowers and for Bamalam here. And it's great. It's a little bit more expensive, a couple pennies, a couple pennies now, but it's still, I know that there's no additives in that fuel that's in that tank, and it's not going to degrade the rubber lines, the gaskets, the carburetor, the fuel filters, the oil filters, because when you burn compressor, that gets in your oil too. So it doesn't just affect just the fuel system. It also affects the engine. Okay. It's not good. It was not designed for vehicles like this. The reason I know that my local stations, some of them that I know that I go to, are because they have a 0E. It's a sticker on the pump, 0 ethanol. And they actually advertise on the pumps, this is 0 ethanol, no additives on the pump. That's what you're looking for. I mean, in the long run, it may cost you a couple more bucks a tank, but for me not having to replace a $500 carburetor, or me not having to replace a complete fuel system, which is going to be $500, it's money well spent for me. I don't have any, there's no argument to me in this at all. But it is coming May the 1st. Midnight on May the 1st. It's going to, 12:01. It's probably already in the tanks. I can almost guarantee it's already in the tanks. It just ain't, they're getting ready for it.
Yeah, that's for tonight. All right, now get ready. He's fixing to make another good point here.
But the price is going to go down. So, like I said, I'm just going to recap this. If you're a 2001 and newer vehicle, don't worry about it. It doesn't burn as well. You're going to get less gas mileage, which is this part I don't get. Okay,
listen,
you're paying less at the pump, but you're getting less mileage. So isn't it kind of a wash?
Yes, sir, it is. It's cheaper fuel, but you're getting less gas mileage. So you're still really sitting at the same spot you were, except for if you have an older vehicle, you're going to have more damage within your vehicle if you put that shit. So you might want to share this video with people that have older cars out there.
Comment down below. Tell me if you think that's a wash.
It is.
That one's not wrapping around in my head very well.
No.
Okay, so you're paying less at the pump, but you're getting less mileage. So isn't it kind of a wash?
Yeah.
Comment down below. Tell me if you think that's a wash. That one's not wrapping around in my head very well. Okay, so think about it, comment it, share this out to everybody that all you hot rodders out there, cars, trucks, classics, vintages, side-by-sides, everything. You guys share this to all your friends. Find a station local that has 0E on it, a sticker, or that they advertise no ethanol. That's your gold. That's your gold standard right there. So if you're still here, smash that like button, hit that bell to get.
Yeah, here we go. So this is from. Let me share his channel here. Uncle Buck's Garage. Let me share this in the chat because this is important, and people need to share this with people so that they know.
And he says he doesn't know how long that will last. Right, that you can even get the non-ethanol.
Right.
Ethanol.
So think about it. How do you phase out all these cars? You bring in fuel that they can't run on.
Right. Because they want to go all electric, right?
All right, there we go in the chat. All right, so there you go, Uncle Buck's Garage. Thank you, sir. 2001, Bub, you're good. Anything after that or before that, you need to watch out for this stuff that you're putting in your gas tank.
Yes. Unless you get one of those old cars that just ran on ethanol, right? Like Popcorn Sutton. He made his moonshine and filled up his car with that.
I was looking at the wrong screen. All right, let me
Ryan, I didn't know that you were on the car kill switch. That you've gone down that rabbit hole. This is one of my favorite rabbit holes because it sounds so dystopian. It is exactly what it sounds like. Exactly what it sounds like. You think this is crazy? Well, several years ago, this was the Biden administration. I forget which big Biden bill it was in, but it was first passed by the Biden administration, Democrats, into law. Basically, that cars manufactured what by 2027 will have to have a kill switch built into them. Now, the debate is whether that's just for the manufacturers or whether the government will have some sort of type of access to that more broadly. We can put C1 up on the screen. Every new car in the US will be required by law to have tech that puts constant surveillance on the driver by 2027. AI in your car will determine if you're sober and fit to drive, automatically turning off the vehicle if it determines you're a danger on the road. So this is something that Mothers Against Drunk Driving is very, very supportive of. A difficult, obviously a reasonably difficult lobby to overcome, a very, very strong, powerful lobby for good reason. But this is always how it starts, of course, Ryan, is that you have a serious safety concern that is put on the table, and then it gets
I hadn't even
abused.
heard about them in
so
years.
they're using MAD as to pass
They're the ones
Orwellian bills.
that's-
They're using these mothers that lost somebody in accidents or
And
drinking
have
and
you
driving.
heard of MAD since a long
I haven't
time
heard
ago?
about them. They went.
Right, they're the ones that pushed for the drunk driving test and the what those tests that they give you to
Yeah.
blow in, all that stuff. They pushed all this legislation, right? Which I think was a front too.
Yeah, I do too.
And maybe this is to expose them.
Potentially how you access your own money. Okay. Now the law, buried deep inside, like they always do in the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, this section 24220. What this does is it requires all new vehicles to include technology that can detect impaired driving and prevent you from operating the vehicle. Yeah. Sounds reasonable, doesn't it? For your safety, man. Everybody's safety. Until you ask one question. What does detect mean? So what it means is monitoring your behavior, analyzing your movements, determining if you're fit to drive. You're not just driving anymore. You're being evaluated in real time. Let's say you get in your truck after a long day. Your car hits you with, hey, you look a little off today, Chief. You know, we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. And right now, again, they call it safety, man. And yeah, impaired driving is real, but this is how systems get normalized. It's exactly like, you know what, man, guns are dangerous. We should really get them off the streets, right? Someone just tried to take the president out at the correspondence dinner. Let's just take all the guns up. Now, you got companies like Palantir Technologies building systems that integrate massive amounts of data across every government industry. Look at these, man. DoD, Army, Air Force, Marine Corps.
There we go. Look
Special
at that.
Operations, DHS, ICE, HSI, HHS, CDC, FBI, USDA, FBI, DOJ, IRS, CIA, CBP, FAA, and FEMA, NASA, SSA, the whole lineup, everywhere. Now we do know that Palantir, Peter Thiel, got a little, his friends with EPI, Jeffy EPI. He's all in the emails. He's integrated into our chosen ally, right? Heavily. They're homies. EPI's the one who actually introduced them. We also know that Peter Thiel invested a tremendous amount of money into JD Vance. He's the one who got him started, essentially. JD Vance was a nobody from nowhere. All of a sudden, boom, now he's vice president. He also invested a few $100 million in Donald Trump's campaign. So it should come to no surprise. This is how these things work, right? But we're also seeing expansion in agriculture, logistics, and infrastructure. Everything is getting connected. You see, right now, currently, they just did a no-bid contract to consolidate American farm data. What? Yeah, you heard that. So now, they're going to have our whole food supply under wraps. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And here's where it breaks. We've seen time and time again where they integrate surveillance with artificial intelligence and so on, and it fails. Check this out. This is wild.
It zipped out of nowhere and immediately got behind me with the lights flashing.
There was no crime committed.
No, I don't have a warrant.
But Kyle Dosman is getting used to sitting in his car
I don't think this warrant has been on this car for very long.
and answering questions.
I continually was getting pulled over. I can't really use my truck in any fashion.
Kyle made sure his dash cam was recording yesterday after Cherry Hills Village police officers pulled him over near the same area Saturday.
Hello. We got you last week.
Yeah.
For the warrant.
I was driving through here yesterday and I got pulled over again. was actually by the same officer. Any violations? No. Okay. I remember you, man. Okay.
The Cherry Hills Village Police say the Gilpin County Sheriff has a warrant out with Kyle's plate, and it was put on a flock camera hot list.
Everywhere in the state, every time I pass a camera, they get alerts in their car that I'm in the area.
The flock cameras did alert to his license plate being associated to a warrant.
Cherry Hills Village Police Chief Jason Lyon says when anyone with a warrant passes one of their flock cameras, they get an alert, but that Kyle doesn't actually have a warrant.
Nobody should be stopped when there's no legitimate law enforcement purpose for that.
Kyle has called both the Gilpin County courts and sheriff's office to get off the list, but they've told him he needs to know who the warrant is for, which nobody can tell him.
Yeah, all I know is I'm in the system now, and there's really no easy way to get out of the system once you're in it.
So he continues to drive around, fearing when he's going to be stopped for questions again.
I don't know what this guy did to get a warrant, so I don't really know what the police response is going to be.
The chief.
So guy gets pulled over, flag, license tag. He doesn't have a real warrant. He hasn't committed a crime, but he keeps getting pulled over and over and over again. And the fact of the matter is that they won't do anything about it. He's still to this day getting hit with this. And these flock cameras are everywhere, man. We're seeing this stuff everywhere. Now, the other crazy thing is that Ford has already filed a patent for collecting biometric data. Check this out.
The patents down at the U.S. Patent and Trade Office that deal with the sensors and cameras inside the cab of their truck. And if the sensors in that truck determine that you're not fit to drive, that truck will not actually shift from park to drive. One patent. They filed a stack of them all within months of each other. Are you sitting down? Get this. This Ford technology patent doesn't just watch you. This one puts you in jail. Ford filed a...
Whoa. Now it even contacts the authorities, man.
Patent serial number 0104469, where the system takes your biometric data, your face, your iris, and your fingerprint, and it runs it through a criminal database in real time. While you're sitting in your own truck, Ford's own patent language describes this as potentially useful for police. They wrote that. Lip reading, cameras inside your cab, machine learning trained on lip movement datasets, cloud connected, your face processed somewhere you'll never see, stored as long as they want. Acoustic lip reading, if the cameras aren't enough, the system emits inaudible sound waves and reads the echoes bouncing off of your mouth. You can't see it, it's just happening. Biometrics, your face, fingerprint, iris, filed February 2024, and it was published.
Inside trading Congress members, corrupt Epstein file Congress members, all of these people.
Yeah. You know why? Because both sides voted on this thing, man. Democrats and Republicans. It's wild that anybody even still picks teams anymore. It's crazy. The ideological subversion and tribalism is just so unreal, man. People can't even see the facts in front of them. These people are going against us. One man is standing against it, but you know they say that he's an unhinged liberal. But he seems to be the only one fighting for constitutional rights.
On civil liberties. But there is a law that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving. And if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself. So the car dashboard becomes your judge, your jury, and your executioner. Imagine this. We got a snowstorm coming. A mom takes her kids out. They're going to the grocery store. It's snowing. They're trying to get some groceries before the big storm hits. She swerves for a pothole. The neighbor's pet gets in the way, swerves for that. First responder goes by. She pulls over. Her car says, you got one more swerve, and then we're going to ground you. There it is. The next thing she has to avoid, an icy patch in the road. The car has adjudicated her as unsuitable for driving. It disables the vehicle, and there she's stranded. My question is, how do you appeal your sentence once your car, the technology in your car, has judged you to be incapable of driving? Once it's disabled you and your children at the side of the road, how do you appeal that? Do you press a button on the dashboard? Do you start talking to an AI? What if it really was somebody who was drunk? Are you really going to send a police car after this? Disabled vehicle? Do we have the resources to do that? There's going to be so many false positives. The technology is unworkable. That's why the DOT is still in the rulemaking process, asking for feedback on how this thing could even exist. And it's just a bad idea, but it's in law. And so our amendment would defund.
Yeah, crazy liberal dude, unhinged guy, going against MAGA. But the wild thing is that a lot of this probably is insider.
Yeah, MAGA's dead, guys. This shit's over. MAGA died whenever Trump went to war with Iran.
A lot of these politicians that voted for this are obviously investing in the companies who's building this technology out. We have, this is what the idiots who pretend to be conservative Republicans in Congress passed. So this guy's calling out every new car in the U.S. will be required by law to have tech to put in constant surveillance on the driver by 2027. Dude, all I know is that I will not be buying any new vehicles past 2026. But let's say we take the same logic, right? Apply it to your vehicle, apply it to your identity, apply it to access. Now, there is also growing pushes towards expanding biometric identification into financial systems. Oh man, mark of the beast. Facial recognition, fingerprints, voice authentication, all of it. And then here's the line people are starting to draw. There's a difference between choosing to use it and being forced to use it. So what we have here is this just came out. Insiders are saying Trump is making an executive order that will force Americans to surrender biometric data or lose their bank accounts. They're saying that inside MAGA currently.
All right, y'all heard that? If you're not if you're not a U.S. citizen, can't get a bank. So guess what? If you claim to be a U.S. citizen, you're still part of the corporation.
That's it.
So it's
You're an American.
So you're at a crossroads here. All right. You're a citizen of your state.
Border that will force Americans to surrender biometric data or lose their bank accounts.
Yeah, you got to claim to be a U.S. citizen. You got to claim to be part of the corporation, a dead entity. All right, that's why they want to deal with the crypto, because they're still dealing with the dead entities.
Yep.
Where do you put a dead body in a crypt? The crypt keeper.
Yes.
They're saying that inside MAGA currently, the Trump admin, they're working on an executive order to force this. Now, will it happen? I don't know. But man, from what I've
Hold
seen
on.
lately, nothing's all
Executive order don't mean shit, guys. So don't fall for the okie doke. Executive. That's not law.
It's not.
It's just an executive order. So the Bible says, "My people will perish from lack of knowledge." So a lot of people will go along with this. The go along, get along gang. Yeah, they're screwed.
table. Okay. Imagine walking into your bank one day, no ID, no card, just your face. And the system says, yeah, we're not recognizing you today. Good luck. Now, if you start connecting all of this, systems monitoring your behavior, the verifying identity, systems making decisions for you, and you realize something. We're slowly moving into a world where you don't prove who you are. You're verified constantly, man. This is communism. That's why I said we're always the same means to the end. It doesn't matter if it's Republicans or Democrats. It's all the same means to the end. A lot of people, they say, well, we try to tell you about Donald Trump. It's all of them. It's all of them. They all push towards the same means to the end. It's communism, socialism. China, man, has got cameras everywhere. You get ticketed for having a mean face when you walk around town. But the thing is, again, Yuri Besivov explained the best that the ideological subversion, the tribal mentality, people will defend even when they know it's completely wrong, man. We've seen it. We've seen it, man. They'll say, oh, yeah, I voted for this, dude. I voted.
What? Yeah, but I seen that today on a
wrong, man. We've seen it. We've seen it.
I couldn't believe it. Somebody still said today, I voted for this. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Because nobody ran on this. So when you say I voted for this, that's you really revealing. They might be just bots. I don't know. Right. So Trump does away with the automatic on and off switch when you're at a red light, but then on the back end of that, from the Biden administration, you get the kill switch.
Right. It sounds like he's getting rid of something, but something worse is coming.
Yeah.
Right. So you're like, yeah, but then there's something behind that.
Man, they'll say, oh, yeah, I voted for this, dude. I voted to bomb those little school kids. I voted for it. They say it, they'll defend anything if it's part of their team. Oh, Biden's not wearing a mask. Dude, Biden was definitely, there was like 10 Joe Bidens. Let's just be honest. Now, this isn't about one.
So if there was 10 Joe Biden, see, that's the sad part. A lot of people didn't even realize that wasn't Joe Biden.
I mean,
that's
like
who we're,
10
think about
Trumps.
that. Or Trump. But think about that.
Yeah.
You're blaming everything on an actor? Joe Biden? Right? So they were like, I was like, somebody said, like, y'all aren't going to go vote, are you? Ain't going to. I said, ma'am, Joe Biden it's not even Joe Biden. That shit's over. This shit is over. So if there's fraud being committed, why keep participating in fraud? Once you know it's fraud, you stop participating, right?
Or you're complicit in the fraud.
Or you're complicit in the fraud. You're consenting to this shit. So guess what happens to those, right?
Law is about one system. It's about the direction. And once it's built into everything, you don't get opt out. That is where we're heading. We're heading into a 1984 Orwellian.
Headed. I think we're in it. But
We've been in it.
I think we're in it.
But I think it's going to be like where people really see it. Right?
Yeah, I shared a picture the other day, yesterday about, was it a 1950 or a 1960 something model F1, Ford F-150 or F-100. It had no tech on the dashboard. And guess what? It's still cranked up. You can still work on it. You take you to point A to point B. No kill switches, no nothing. Right?
Future. We joked about this. We talked about it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming true.
Yeah.
Thanks to our politicians. We didn't vote for this. Isn't it crazy how often our safety and security, our constitutional rights, our right to privacy, all of these things just keeps getting removed over and over. Have you ever seen?
And we just and we just gave up more rights, right? Trump said he's willing to give up his rights and liberty for the military. That's what he said. In order to continue the FISA 702s, which is 7/11, that he didn't like because they used it to spy on him. So he's greenlighting something that he himself didn't agree with 10 years ago. So now Trump is willing to give up all your rights, all your liberty, and nobody's saying nothing to him because it's Trump. He's a patriot. He's one of us.
Yeah, no.
Any of them say, hey, you know, we can get some rights back this year. You want some rights back? Let's give them some rights back. Y'all want some of y'all's money back, man? We'll cut this IRS tax thing out. It's illegal anyway. Nah, not happening. Not happening, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share this with you because really nobody's really talking about it other than Thomas Massey. And you know, he's an outcast. He's an outcast now. So nobody wants to listen to that guy because he just wants to bring some Jeff Yappy clients to justice. And then he totally got crushed by the whole MAGA movement. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below.
Yeah, got crushed as soon as he turned on daddy. They don't like that. So this is from Black Scout Rifle. Why didn't anyone tell you this? We're talking about the kill switches. We're losing rights. All right. AI surveillance and turning your car off. Biometrics in your car.
Listening to you.
Right.
Everything.
That was a really easy explanation. Like the mom, swerves to miss a dog. Like that's easy. Everybody should be able to understand that.
Yeah.
And be like, no, I don't want that.
Right? I mean, we have a few people holding everything back, but they're going to see it soon. And then that's when we'll have a breakthrough.
Yeah, we're going to break up through.
It's like in the military when someone messes up, everyone has to be punished for it. They all have to go through it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
or someone's behind, everyone has to wait till they catch up.
My mother always told me my eyes were going to roll out of my head. So I be prepared for my eyes to roll out of my head.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they meant. Where we go one, we go all, right? So if someone's behind, we all have to pay the price for it. And that they do the same thing in the military.
Yeah, in the military, if one person messes up, we all got to get.
If you didn't slap somebody when they were doing something stupid, you'd say, listen, bro, that's not the right thing. Then, you're going to pay for not ever saying, yo, dude, that's not right. So you got to stand up now and start saying, no, it's not right. Because otherwise we're all going to pay for all of it.
Yeah, just like that clip Sheepdog played where that military guy was eating the donut. Right?
Yeah, that's
and
from
they all had to pay for him eating
Full Metal Jacket. If you go look at that clip in Full Metal Jacket, the one guy eats the donut, and then they beat the shit out of the other 80 guys while he watches. Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Yes.
And what's going to happen is the people are going to start holding those people that are still asleep accountable.
Yeah, because they're holding up the whole
right.
entire thing.
Right.
Well, now that we've seen that guy with calling out the 200 guys to that's like a couple of weeks, a month maybe before something like that actually could start happening.
Right. I guess
it's just knowledge. It's all about knowledge. It's not about going in and beating the hell out of anybody. It's just knowledge.
Yeah, they're gonna have to experience some stuff.
Oh yeah,
they
gotta go
do,
through it.
Yes.
Gonna have to go through it. It's all good. I'm built for this shit.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm gonna pull through. I don't need a whole lot to survive, so I'm not a materialistic person at all. I can go real low if we have to.
Yeah.
How low can you go and still be happy?
That's the part of discipline that you've got to get control of, because that you've got to really figure yourself out and know what your limits are and how you really have to figure it out.
Right? Learn how to budget. If you can go a whole month without going to the store, then you're good.
Start cutting that. Gas prices are going through the roof right now in all states. It's coming across my feed. Michigan, Ohio, Chicago. I mean, $5 a gallon right now, guys.
Yeah.
And people start losing their homes when this shit happens.
They
Last
are.
time this happened was 2008, and a lot of people, millions of people lost their homes. That's what's going to happen again if this continues a month, 2 more months, 3 more months, 6 more months. You're going to start look at the housing market, and you'll start seeing the foreclosures are going to start happening.
The people are getting their cars repoed at
Cars are being repoed at record numbers.
Which those people will be held liable too for repoing those people's cars. They're a third party. They shouldn't even be doing that. That's theft, right? That's theft. So I wouldn't be repoing anyone's cars, but guess people have jobs to do, I guess.
So this wasn't a battle, it was a performance. Donald Trump didn't dismantle the machine, he moved through it like he belonged there. The structure never cracked, the money never stopped flowing, the control never loosened its grip, only the volume increased. While people chose sides and fought each other, the system kept moving untouched, unchallenged, and intact. That's how it works. Keep the public loud, keep them divided, keep them distracted. I bought into it too,
Yeah, I did too.
right?
At first.
Oh, I
That's
was
how,
there.
that's how you know it's effective. Not because it's obvious, but because it feels real while it's happening. Look closer now. Nothing changed except the illusion. Can you see it? Then decide, what do you do with it,
Right.
right? You got played, all right? That's it. That's all there is to it. Once you come to that conclusion, you'll be a lot better off, and we'll be able to come together. But a lot of people are still holding on to this left-right paradigm, and they're going to have some major issues.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. I mean, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. So let's go to.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. So I would like to talk a little bit about the people who are responding to this White House Correspondents' Dinner event by saying, hey, don't be a conspiracy theorist. Don't fall into their trap. Don't go down a rabbit hole. And some of those people are my friends and they're people that I respect. But I just want to say personally, I am past that. To me, we have tried taking the high road. And to me, those days are over. The entire White House Correspondents' Dinner was weird, beginning to end. As someone smarter than me said, look, I'm no security expert, but even I know if there is a real attempt to kill the president, you take the vice president to a separate and secure location. That never happened. That is obvious. And it never happened. Even if you take these people at their word that this was a real threat, you still had Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, Mike Johnson, Kash Patel, and almost every member of the cabinet in the same room at the same time during an active war, and someone was still able to get in the building with a gun? The Secret Service is either...
Now think about that. You're not supposed to have both people in the same building at the same time, especially during war.
They're not so sad.
So she made a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. In
Like,
case one.
why are y'all all in the same building, dumbasses? Like, dude, stop with the shenanigans already, right? It's sad to witness people still falling for this because they don't have any critical thinking skills, right? And I've had to sharpen mine, and I know a lot of other people had to sharpen theirs as well and start questioning stuff instead of accepting everything.
During an active war.
Right. During the war, everybody's hanging out in the same. I didn't understand that. Why did you have the FBI and all those other people there that weren't even supposed to be at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which is for the media?
Right.
Why was everyone else there? Pete Hegseth and the whole damn crew.
And someone was still able to get in the building with a gun?
Yeah.
The Secret Service is either completely incompetent or totally complicit. Then they move from the hotel to the White House.
Or this is staged and it's all a movie.
Yeah.
Plus the one that you call Superman, that Brett Bear guy.
Oh,
He
Brett
was
Bear.
the one, yeah, he was the one they were calling into. Now he's
no.
one of the top paid guys. He would have been at the event.
Well, he sold Jeffrey Epstein's apartment to Howard Lutnick.
Yeah, that's how ridiculous this is. Like he's the one that would have been there, like, and so they have them calling into him. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
It does if you realize they're all on the Epstein files.
Well, yeah. Remember, I'm the
That's
one that
my
likes
point.
the soap opera. I'm the one that likes the soap opera. So it's like the soap opera just is not making sense. Not computing.
That's my point. Is Brett Bear sold that apartment to Howard Lutnick, which is actually next door to Jeffrey Epstein. There's an ambulance.
And they put the entire line of succession in the same room again. And there they are, laughing, joking, smirking, having this press conference about their desperate need for a ballroom. So no, I'm over this. This was not a real assassination attempt. And I am also ready to say that it was not a real assassination attempt in Butler during the campaign. Yeah, 2 real people died, but no one tried to kill Donald Trump. And we can confirm that because Trump literally never talks about it. This is a man who cannot let a single slight towards him go. He is currently using the Justice Department as his very own personal vendetta squad.
He's worried about the 8646 down by the damn seashore. He's more worried about seashells by a seashore than he is concerned about somebody trying to kill him. And that today showed it. Today's rally should have been canceled until security issues have been dealt with. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You don't just get shot at and then you keep doing a world tour.
You just
It
keep
doesn't
doing
even
your
make
okey
sense.
doke.
It doesn't even make sense. That's how asleep we are as Americans. I mean, we have got this is absurd that we're in 2026 going. We're halfway to 2027. We still got sleepwalkers.
This is a man who is still bitching about Rosie O'Donnell 30 years later, but he never mentions the time he almost had his head blown off. That is impossible. And saying that doesn't make me a conspiracy theorist. It makes me a logical person coming to conclusions based on evidence. As I said back during the campaign, there is just no way the Secret Service allowed a shooter to get on the roof with a perfect visual, clear line of sight to the stage. There is no way that all the police who were told, hey, there's a guy on that roof with a gun, just ignored it. There is no way security moved the photographers over for the perfect shot after the president went down, or that crane just happened to lower the flag at the perfect time for the most well-known coward of a man to get his entire upper body above the Secret Service for that perfect shot. Americans know from years of stories about how Secret Service agents behave during an assassination attempt. Donald Trump should have been covered, rushed to a car, his feet shouldn't even have touched the ground. And for the love of God, there is no way an almost 80-year-old ear was shot, and there is not a single scar today. There are those of us who got piercings 30 years ago, and it's still not healed. So I'm sorry, but I am not buying what you're selling. At the time, we all knew that situation was bullshit, but we didn't make a fuss because we didn't want to sound like tinfoil hat-wearing netters. We were trying to be responsible. We didn't want to undermine a real assassination attempt if it turned out to be legitimate, despite the fact that it all seemed so fake. But then there was no investigation. We never saw a single medical report. I bet you couldn't even tell me the name of the shooter. And ultimately, it accomplished exactly what it was meant to. It changed the course of the election. It made Trump a folk hero or someone chosen by God. And he had that fight, fight, fight merch ready to go the next day.
And that's what they all say. They all say, well, God saved him. That was staged. Who are you calling God? The person that wrote the script?
Right.
So the script saved him. He was saved by the bell.
Hey, there was a show
Then we have
about that.
I know. It just came to hit my mind. Like, come on. And that's so sad to watch people do this.
Who's that vet that went against, what's his name? I forget his name. But he looks like the kid from Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they even put
I don't
into
know which guy you're talking about.
I think they even put into the script like he was saved by God or what. I think they even write that into the script and start passing it out so people can start saying it.
Well, the pastors say it.
Yeah,
The pastors say it. All the pastors say it in the churches on Sunday. That's their.
So that's part of the script.
There you go. The 501c3 pastors are just another extension of the government. They're their mouthpiece on Sunday.
They were doing that with Bush.
That girlfriend hotline with all the priests. Did you get the memo? Did you get it?
They said the same thing about Reagan when he got shot.
Yes.
Saved by God.
Saved by God.
It's they do it over and over.
When they don't realize the world is a stage.
What it was meant to. It changed the course of the election. It made Trump a folk hero or someone chosen by God. And he had that fight, fight, fight merch ready to go the next day. Then we have the 2024 election, which felt deeply off. And yeah, maybe if we had done a full investigation into all of those swing states or the polling places that were bombed, it would have come out that it was all fair, it was all fine, and then he won. But we didn't even look into it because we didn't want to look like Stop the Steelers. We didn't want to look like them. Then Elon does so much.
But that's why the Democrats didn't say anything about the 2024 election, because they had to to suck it up because of what happened in 2020, because they didn't want to look like the Republicans saying that the election was stolen when it was.
And
It's
they've
all
been
rigged.
pretty quiet, except for some other things, right?
Shady stuff, so much shady stuff around the election and then with Doge, and we don't challenge it because we don't act like crazy people. But to me, that's part of the plan. You make the people who question elections and assassination attempts look like crazy people, so people won't question it, even if it makes sense to question because they don't want you to think they're crazy. Well, I know I'm not crazy. A real event happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. A man ran through a checkpoint. What happened after that? No idea. I mean, we've been given a manifesto, but it reads about as realistically as the Charlie Kirk shooter's letter to his roommate. Almost as if the same person wrote it. Disbelief around this event is not our fault.
Oh, it does sound, yeah.
Crazy and illogical things keep happening, all centered around a man who has lied and conned people his entire life. So it's not our fault if we have questions. It is the fault of the perpetual lies that have been fed to our society. We're just not buying what you're selling anymore. We cannot keep giving these people the benefit of the doubt. Being the bigger person has left us near powerless and our country in shambles. And if you really need to explain to yourself why you're questioning it, look no further than the picture of Pete Hegseth right after the press conference. There was just a shooting. And this is what our Secretary of Defense looks like in the wings. So it's not a conspiracy theorist who thinks this behavior is suspect.
Yeah, they were laughing. When they had the press conference, they were all smiling and shit, as if Trump didn't just really try to get assassination. That's how you know it's bullshit.
Right.
It's all bullshit.
It is a logical person who is now questioning the narrative we are being fed.
That's what you're supposed to do. Say that again, lady. There we go.
Question the
Who is
narrative.
now questioning the narrative we are being fed. It is a logical person who is now questioning the narrative we are being fed.
The great noticing, the great awakening.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Good thing.
That's real good. So that was from, let me share the channel here. Political Girl. You'll see it right there. Here, let me go back here. There you go. Right there on X. There's her handle, Politics Girl. I am Politics Girl. Believer in truth, facts, and the American experiment.
Yeah.
She wrote a book, Return to Common Sense. So she has common sense, unlike those people that keep saying, well, that's common. All the politicians are using the common sense language. Well, that's just common sense to pass the big bullshit bill.
Which that's not even common sense.
Like, shut the hell up, guys. Here we go.
Gas prices continue to come down, which means that your groceries will come down.
What are we doing?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Gas prices. Wait, what?
Gas prices continue to come down, which means...
Hey, that's what you call gaslighting. About the gas prices coming down, because they're climbing, baby.
Means that your groceries will come down.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Have you guys seen the news today? This guy's on here telling us that gas prices are coming down on the day that gas hit the highest price in over 4 years. Then you got Steve Scalise on another channel saying that gas is 30% lower than it was 2 years ago when it was, what, $3.60? Gas is $4.36 today. And then, if that wasn't enough, Maria Bartiromo is telling people that our children are going to be able to pay pennies for gas because of what we're doing in the Middle East with Iran and the fact that the UAE has left OPEC. Who are they talking to? They're not talking to us.
No.
They're talking for.
They're talking to the people that believe everything a politician tells them without looking into it. Right? Like questioning narratives.
Just like Trump saying that the co-pays were going to go down on Medicare, Medicaid, and
they're going up. He said that today at the Golden
They all cheered.
at the
I'm like,
Golden
oh
Years
my
rally.
God.
Or someone, but they're not talking to us. They're talking to Donald Trump. And I've heard this notion that gas prices are going to be much cheaper because the UAE left OPEC many times. Now, look, we normally talk about gas prices in the very simplest terms. We talk about supply and demand and how that sets the price and everything. But to get a little more advanced, the biggest thing that affects supply and ultimately prices is the cost to produce. And the UAE has one of the lowest costs to produce in the world. And the United States has one of the highest. Yeah. So if the UAE is able to increase production by 1 million barrels a day or something, that's not going to deliver us low gas prices. That's going to deliver us lower production. I mean, we're over 2 months into the Iran war. Oil's over $100 and we're still losing drilling rigs. We're not drilling. Where in the world have we come up with this thing where we have both low prices and energy dominance at the same time? That's not a thing. We have to have high prices to drill in the United States, or at least well above $70 apparently. If the UAE greatly increases production, everyone else will just lower theirs and balance the market. That's how this works. Everyone's not just going to sit around and sell oil and gas cheaper just because the UAE decided to produce more. They'll make more money by producing less and keeping the prices high. That is the whole thing about the oil and gas industry that nobody seems to understand. You can actually make significantly more money producing less. And in no way does that ever benefit the end user being you and I. It always means higher oil prices. The only cure for low oil prices is high oil prices. Like, that's what comes every time you drop oil prices. There's no such thing as a sustained period of low oil prices. It's not even possible. It's 1,000 times easier to sustain high oil prices for a very long time than it is to sustain low oil prices for any amount of time at all, really. So this notion of our kids paying pennies on the dollar for gas while we're doubling oil production in the United States is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. It's unbelievably dumb. But you know what? People believe it. Somehow people still believe this stuff. Oh man, listen, if you haven't had a chance, check out the American Power.
Right. So that's coming from Mr. Global. Right. Yeah. Politicians out in full force today lying for Trump, talking about gas prices going down, everything's going down. Hey, is your electric bill been cut in half? Because that was a campaign promise that Trump made a year and a half ago, that he said if he didn't do it, you need to be mad at him, and nobody's mad at him. He told you to be mad at him if your electric bill isn't cut in half.
Mad at me, right?
And nobody's pissed off about it. They're just,
well, some people are.
Some people are, yeah. I'm not gonna say just.
But we all got to get mad. Say this shit ain't right.
RFK just said it. Conspiracy theorists were right all along. This is from Whiplash about everything unreal. Boom. Robert Kennedy Jr. has detonated political earthquake by confirming that the so-called conspiracy theories about COVID, chemtrails, and government deception were not theories at all. They were the cold, hard truth deliberately hidden from the public.
Yes.
So the moment the lies collapse.
Thank you very much. Thank you for those kind words, Mark Wayne. Thank you to Jim O'Neill, to Tom Jodesnek, to Marty McCary, and to Wendy as well. Thank you for that, for sharing your story. It's with a heavy heart that I'm announcing that the conspiracy theorists were right again. COVID mRNA vaccines caused a litany of injuries, including but not limited to turbo cancer, heart failure, extreme blood clotting, and perhaps gayness. That's a chicken and egg problem that we're still investigating. The implications are substantial, and there's no easy way to say this. Anthony Fauci is a goblin, and if you weren't gay prior to taking the vaccine, there's a massive chance that your sudden desire to binge the Bravo channel and watch Tim Walz rallies isn't an accident. Thank you very much.
Was that AI?
Watching Tim Walz.
Was that AI?
That would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But I think that's some truth in there regarding.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like I just got slapped upside the head.
He
in UK. I don't know about that, but maybe there's some link to that. I don't know.
Yeah, we're just built different here in America.
They're like all elegant.
They're all
We're like,
elegant, and
That
Russia,
was that's embarrassing.
and we're all like,
Embarrassing.
here we are.
it is. Her boobs
Look.
all hanging out and
She can't. She's got to hold her dress up to keep her boobs from falling out, man.
And those are like 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah. And then here we are.
Yeah, I think that's sad.
No, you got to watch out for those Russians. They lie.
Right? Right.
Your
Come
eyes
on.
are lying to you.
Suns are portals, ladies and gentlemen. Suns are portals. You know, the energies of the sun, the power of the sun, the frequencies of the sun all come from a higher realm. They all come from a higher realm. They're dumbed down to come out and come through us, to come through our stars, to give us information. To give us information.
Why you think they're blocking the sun? You think it's for global warming issues?
Everything's changing. You know, everything is changing. The frequencies of all the stars are changing. No matter how big or small, the frequency of all the stars are changing. We are only just now waking up to this.
Sheepdogs, does he mean
And
the,
as
the
far as,
frequency of the stars are changing, meaning
poles,
us? Sheepdog?
there have been.
Do what?
Does he mean the frequency in
Here,
the
let me go back and
stars?
play it. Let me go back and play it.
We are only just now waking up to this. The frequencies of all the stars are changing.
Not us. Which, yeah, if you want to consider yourself that, yeah.
Well,
Is it?
isn't that what Mrs. Sheepdog was saying a couple days
Uh-huh.
ago? Okay.
Of course, it would have an effect on you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Starseed.
Right, because they say that's like a reflection, right? Of like we're the light, so it's a reflection off the dome. Oh no, that's that one theory that we're the stars, right? But they claim to be the stars. That's why
That's
they
why
have the stars on Hollywood.
Yeah, the Hollywood stars,
Yeah, because they're stealing our
the movie
light.
stars.
Okay, thank you.
Poles.
I don't know why he's pausing here.
There have been movies, Soho films and things of that nature by telescopes of our sun, of craft coming out of the sun. And in most circumstances, when that occurs, there's a hole. Okay, the sun more or less opens up and something comes out. Okay, a craft of some sort comes out. Now, 60 Earths, that's pretty spectacular. But you know, and in case you didn't know, there are star nations that travel in ships. And technically that's what they are, ships, that are the size of our sun. Our sun is actually considered very small. And they travel the universe, the known universe, whether it's third or fourth or fifth or sixth. There are many, many things we don't know that we're going to be exposed to that are going to radically change our perspective. Now, being in third density, our perspective is this. You know, those of us who think we know everything, which we all know we don't, you know, we might have this much perspective. But the reality is we need to have a perspective where there are no limits. There are no blinders. And that's where we're going. As we get closer to fourth and fourth density, this will completely dissolve. And we will be completely open to what is. And that's how we adapt. That's how we evolve. We no longer have presupposed ideas or attitudes or judgments. By letting all of that go, we are totally open to not only experience, but to see things the way they truly are. And the way things truly are is to be in the moment, to be wide open, to be aware of all things are possible. All things are possible. You are only limited by what you believe yourself. There is nothing you can't do. Any of us. The only limits we have are that which we put on ourselves. And I know you've heard this a million times. These things I do, ye shall do greater if ye have faith. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in the spirit that you are, the soul that you are, anything can be accomplished. Why? Because you're made of the same material as the sun, as the stars, as the universe. We are all at one with all that is. All of us are. We are all at one with all that is. The rest of it was all bullshit that we bought into. I can't say it any simpler than that.
Does that answer your question there, Miss Nadine?
Yeah, I just
think
thought
he
I
told you
remembered
right
her speaking about that. And yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Ow, fuck. Ah, get out of here.
But we're not going to wait forever. And I don't want you to be tired either. I want you to be prepared. I want you to be ready. I want you to psychologically and emotionally prepare yourself for what will be the most stunning events you've ever seen in your entire life. That is what we're heading into. It is not going to stay like this, where people can still be skeptical and they can still be annoying and they can still say, well, I don't know if I believe any of this stuff. You will not have that luxury anymore. You will not have the luxury of denying what is going on. You will not have the luxury of being ignorant. It's become so obvious for those who are, even with possessing minimal insight, that there is something very, very crazy going on here. That the world is being run not the way we were told in school, not the way you're told on television, but there's something else going on. It's dark, it's weird, it's scary. There is a monster under the bed. We're really being held back by the people who don't see this yet, and the reason typically they don't see it is political ideology and fear.
There you go. Still can't see it.
Everything you said, but that is the truth on that. Political ideology and fear is holding us all back.
If we don't vote for this, so the Democrats are going to come in and they're going to do everything that I don't want them to. The Democrats are going to do everything that I allow Trump to do, and I don't want that because you gave Trump plenary power, right? Unlimited, untouched. So guess what? Guess what's going to happen when the Democrat gets in there?
Right?
You green-lighted it.
Might get the poll shift.
You green-lighted it.
If they took out all of the money, like just wiped it all out, goodbye stock market, all of it, then you'd see a lot of turnaround people.
Oh yeah.
If they didn't have that cushion, there'd be a lot of people turned around.
The whole idea of these big wars is a joke. It's a setup. It's a game that's played to play off the opposites against each other in the hopes of synthesizing a new world order where we all kind of synthesize. That's why Democrat and Republican is a joke, because what they ultimately want is a racist society. They're very racist, and they're interested in a new world order which is run by a Luciferian philosophy. Now, this is very disturbing sounding stuff, but they've been persecuted for thousands and thousands of years by various people. Nobody persecuted them as badly as the Roman government through the Catholic Christian Church. They were tortured, they were killed, so they came to the natural conclusion, you can understand anybody would have done this under the circumstances. What do you think they would choose? They would say, okay, whatever God these guys think is God, that's not the right one, because he's stringing us out on the rack, he's torturing us, he's killing us. Therefore, whoever the Christian church says is the bad guy is the good guy. Okay, wait a minute. Lucifer is the brightest light, the brightest angel in heaven, right? And he's the one that got tossed out of heaven. Well, maybe he got tossed out of heaven because he was too cool, right? Because everybody else in there was a bunch of corrupt shysters. Well, this is actually what the most powerful people in the world think. And they are a fundamentalist religion just like any of the others. They still believe this weird stuff. They follow these teachings. They actually buy into this, okay?
So that was the secret doctrine. Lynn says, yes, I've tried to explain this clearly and as plainly as I can without trying to help people recognize different spirits, but it's very real. And when you play in the darkness of the world, you must be ready for the attacks.
Yep.
So they are the 2/3, right? Which equals 666, who farm the other 33.33%, which represents your spine, feelings, memory. Hence Spiner, who plays data center stuff. And what the hell is this guy talking about?
The data center?
Yeah, the data centers.
Yeah, that has a lot to do. Like he said,
The whole idea of these big...
Go ahead.
that Elon Musk is going to offer a separate alternative reality because some people can't handle what's going on in this reality, right? That's why I said watch that series upload on Prime, right? Get uploaded into a different reality. Or maybe that happened before. Maybe that's disclosing what happened.
I think it's going to have to, because it's going to have to be all of the NPC type people. They're going to have to go to work and do this stuff. Like, they like to go to work. They like to do everything. Like, people like us, we're like, I can't go be with those people. Sorry, but I just can't do it. I'd rather have less and not have to deal with it.
Well, they knew we would wake up if they wanted the immigrants in here, right?
Yeah.
To keep working.
So Trump promised the Epstein files to be released, right? But yet now he's promising the UFO disclosure.
Which you won't get either.
Right. What happened to Fort Knox, dude? Are you ever going to go in there and see what's up? I know you mentioned that like 50 years ago to us, but we still haven't gotten that inventory of the Fort Knox yet either.
Or the Antarctic, right? Did he say, don't y'all want to know what's on the other side of the ice wall? Right? JFK files, Epstein files.
Hey, quick question. How have your energy bills been? And I don't just mean with gasoline. I'm talking about all of them. I remember when he was saying this specifically, and he said that we could get upset with him if his promises weren't fulfilled. So after this video, type below how your energy bills have been.
Under the Trump economic plan, we will cut your energy prices in half mark it down, and you can get very angry at me if we don't do it. Within 12 months, your energy prices will be cut in half. My plan will cut energy prices in half or more than that within 12 months of taking office. Number one, your energy bill within 12 months will be cut in half. And that's my pledge all over the country. Beyond farmers, that's my pledge all over the country. If you vote for me, I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. We're going to cut them down in half. And under my plan, we will cut energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. And that means for your homes, too. I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half, 50%, 50, within 12 months of taking the oath of office. My plan will cut energy prices in half. Within 12 months, we're going to have energy prices for businesses, but in my opinion, maybe even more importantly for the average household, I said by 12 months from January 20th, which is the day we go into office, I will cut the price of energy and electricity in half. Ready? 12 months from January 20th, and take office on January 20th, your electric bill, including cars, air conditioners, heating, everything, your total electric bill will be 50% less. We're going to cut it in half. And I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months of taking office, 50%. A pledge that I'm making now, and we've done this a little bit over the last month or so, we are going to bring energy down by 50%, 50% within 12 months from January.
Right, guess whose
How many days have we got?
electricity did get cut now?
He was talking about the
data
data center.
the crypto mining.
Yeah.
Right, we watched the whole thing on that. And I didn't understand how it worked, but now I do. Right, they go out to the abandoned oil fields and they hook up to the gas
For their generators.
to
to
for
run
the mining.
the mining things off grid,
And
so
it's
they don't have
weird.
an electric bill.
It's just like this little cubicle metal thing that has all these fans and batteries and cooling system. And yeah, they just hook up to these abandoned derricks and pipe into their gas line, and they run off that like a
Right.
generator, right? And they do the crypto mining there.
Right. So that was from Eric Mutos that I just shared. Mutos, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, on X. You following that account, Nadine?
I don't think I have that guy. No. No, but who was the other?
What's that?
Who was the other guy before him? The gentleman with the with us.
No, you should have asked me. Hold on, I'll have to get it for you. You know which one? What do you mean? Which one? The Starseed one?
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, I'll have to get it for you later. I've already closed it out. Once I play it.
Thank you. I thought I saw it. I've looked back to see if you guys posted it on the chat wall in Telegram, but I didn't, because I know I saw it. It went by me fast today, but I didn't stop it.
Yeah. All right. Here's the one I just played on the energy bills going in half by January 20th, 2026. We are what, 4 months past that point, and nobody got mad at him. Man, that just tells you everything you need to know. And people can't even remember the promises that he's made over the last 10 years. Nobody remembers any of it. They just keep. It's the weirdest shit ever I've ever seen. It's like being told that your dad, when he gets home from work, he's going to take you to see the baseball game, and then he never does it, but he keeps telling you he's going to do it. You know, at some point you go,
right,
okay, here, let's play
And
this.
especially if somebody gets mad at certain things, like I tend to go on a lot of different things throughout the day on the websites, the news sites, but I'm not. My electric is in with my rent, so I don't necessarily get. I'm not reminded of that like everybody, like a lot of other people are. So that's why we all have to be speaking out, so that there's this swirl, the whole thing of people helping each other.
That's right.
The only people speaking out are the people that are getting $1,000 light bills and their businesses are being closed. That's who's speaking out. Everybody else is just
yeah.
All right, here we go. Let me play this. Come on. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. There we go.
Bakın arkadaşlar az önce
All right, so this people with massive social media reach are noticing clearly from Turkey, knows exactly what's happening. These geoengineering programs have nothing to do with saving the planet. Quite the contrary, these programs are slowly but surely poisoning us. So she's pointing out the skies here. I think we've shared this, not this video, but here's from your Weather Channel guy, if you don't believe her, right? Or especially if you don't look up, right? A lot of people don't look up.
Northern California, we've got a bit of an unusual situation. Now, this first portion of the radar cycle, fairly bland and typical, but then you see these bands of very distinct cloud cover moving into the region. That is not rain, that is not snow, believe it or not. Military aircraft flying through the region is dropping chaff, small bits of aluminum, sometimes it's made of plastic, or even metallicized paper products, but it's used as an anti-radar issue, and obviously they're up there practicing. Now, they won't confirm that, but I was in the Marine Corps for many years, and I'll tell you right now, that's what it is. 50 in Medford right now, 48 in Wairika, 42 in...
And it's 50 in Marika, 42 and such. Right? It kind of rolls on.
evet bakın arkadaşlar az önce görüntüsünü çekmiştim. Size anlatmak istediğim işte bu. Bunlar bulut.
Yeah, see, these are not clouds, right? But the sad thing is most people really just don't notice. I wonder what it is that distracts them. What do you think it is that keeps everybody from noticing? Think that these phones are more powerful than... I don't think these are phones. This is something else. This isn't a phone. Is something you talk on, right? This is something else. This is something. There's these things that we have in our hands. What is it?
Cell phones.
That's not a cell phone.
Well, if they're putting chemicals into everything, then why can't they put something visually that MK Ultra that had never stopped, like that lady said today in that video that you put out? Why couldn't they put messages in? Because just like when we used to have that fuzzy screen at night when it would come on, when there wasn't TV 24 hours a day. So why wouldn't there be something coming through the phone?
Oh yeah, they said the Apple 17 that you would see stuff that's not real through those, right? Especially Apple, right? And even Sabrina Walls talks about that. You can think you're hearing things from other things that aren't other things, right? They put that out.
So these aren't phones.
No.
We're told they're phones.
Right.
This is the device that you carry. It has your bank, has all your tracking device, your biometrics. This isn't a phone, folks. It is something totally different.
Right. It's the alien technology.
How many people really even use these as phones anymore?
Yeah, you grab them as you when you're looking at it. I mean, I never really enjoyed it, but now since I've had to do this, it goes on, and your attention span just totally zeroes in on it.
Yeah. Right.
The Prince of Wales has grown up in such a privileged lifestyle that he doesn't have mechanics to choose for himself anymore. Everything is done for him. His pajamas are pressed every morning so that they don't have creases in them for the next day. His shoelaces are pressed flat with an iron. His underwear is folded in a certain way. The bath towel has to be placed in a certain fashion. Prince Charles does have his valet squeeze 1 inch of toothpaste onto his toothbrush every morning. On one occasion, he rang me from his library and he said, "Oh, Paul, a letter from the Queen seems to have fallen into my waste paper bin. Would you pick it out?" The waste paper bin was there. He was sat there. I had to bend down into the paper bin and pick out the letter, put it back on his desk. "Will that be all, Your Royal Highness?" "Yes, thank you very much."
You get it? Huh?
Oh, I do.
Did y'all get that?
Yes.
This guy, he literally has to do everything for this man. Put the toothpaste, iron his underwear, and go in there and pick up trash that's sitting right next to his own foot. Because the dude never does anything for himself. Not one thing.
Right.
Not one thing. Let me see what else I got. That's maybe pressing.
Well, they've been treating those people like that forever. I mean, the royalists people. I mean, they can do no wrong. Those people, in their eyes, and it's just like how people are with Trump here.
Right. And they said, who was it? Someone, I think it was it on X where they traced Trump's bloodline is actually
Yeah.
part of
Cousins,
the
he's
UK's
cousins with King
bloodline,
Charles.
Yeah.
King Charles bloodline.
And if King Charles is a reptilian, then what the hell?
He's vampire.
What does that make?
Vlad the
Hell,
Impaler.
he's
So was
eight-
Princess Diana.
Hillary-
They're all related.
Right.
Yep. Yep. She was related too.
Yep.
All right, so the reason why we're showing this clip here is the fact that we got a bunch of elderly people, 80, 90, pushing 90 years old, in office, right, trying to serve the people. So they're talking about lowering it. Like FBI agents, they have to retire at the age of 57. Air traffic controllers have to retire at the age of 56. And then pilots at the age of 65. But somehow, dementia, 70 and 80-year-olds are running the country. It's totally fine. Make it make sense. Right? And then we have this. I mean, they pretty much die in office, like you see here with McConnell, right? I mean, I think it's time to go home and spend some time with. It's kind of like I don't know what that was about. He felt something coming on right here, getting a little dizzy, and then boom, he just loses it. I think it's, yeah. What is it about them having to stay there? Do they know too much or something, or what do you think it is?
Oh, it could be that. It could be, totally could be that.
Like they're too compromised, and they would have to really put in a lot of more money into compromising someone else, so they just keep the old ones around.
Yeah, they got to be able to watch
they're
them all
already
the time. They can't let them out of their sight. Because if you let somebody out of your sight, they might blab, like they might become too friendly with somebody else. And like it's a total power control system. I mean, not that I think he's alive anyway, but yeah.
The American people are wondering what on earth is happening when they look at this body and see what we failed to do. We're continuing every single day to drive this entire country into bankruptcy. $40 trillion, government spying on the people, failure to stop government spying on the people, kill switches in cars, failure to stop sugar drinks going to children on the SNAP program voted by both sides of the aisle. And we go home and the American people say, what are you doing? Well, here we sit. And the response here is, please let us get on our flights so we can go home. Be away for 10 days while this country suffers because this body doesn't do its job. I yield back to the gentleman from Kentucky.
All right. At least somebody's speaking out, right? We'll see what happens, right?
Honest, I'm really, really tired of sides. It's this side's fault. Now it's this side's fault. And if we vote this side in, then it's going to fix this side. Then we're going to go after that side. That's all by design. You guys do know that, right? And the reason why they do that is to keep us distracted that we hate each other. So they'll throw out these social issues. We sit and fight over it while they're up here doing this, while we eat each other alive. This video sums it up near perfectly.
Farmer threw a dead pig into a dry well. Soon after, 70 to 80 rats jumped into the well to eat it. In the beginning, everything seemed easy. There was food, so everyone pounced on it. But after eating, they realized that the walls of the well were so high and steep that getting out was impossible. Gradually, the food ran out, hunger increased, and that same well became a hell. In the struggle for survival, the rats turned on each other. They began to kill and eat one another. After half a month, only one rat remained in that well. Its eyes were as red as blood. Then the farmer dropped a rope, pulled it out, and released it back into the field. Did the farmer feel pity for it? Not at all. The farmer knew that this rat had now become accustomed to eating its own kind. Now it wouldn't eat grain. Instead, it would hunt other rats. And this is what divide and rule, or the divide trap, is. The people sitting at the top never fight themselves. They just create an environment where those below keep fighting each other and finish each other off. When people fight amongst themselves, the benefit always goes to a third party, or rather to that person sitting at the top.
And here we are.
And that's why Erica Kirk was kind of pretty much told you. We're all there. They're all getting along, right?
Yeah, they
Left,
were
right, all
left,
the
right,
media,
the
all
media.
just having fun.
They were
'Cause
having,
they're really all on the same side.
yeah, man. They had more bottles sitting at their table, liquor bottles sitting at. And my grandma owned a bar, and I've been in bars, and I've never seen that many bottles on tables before, even in bars. They had a lot of bottles on them tables at that correspondence dinner. They were popping champagne like they won a championship game. Like they're all getting paid. Like it's like they're living in the golden age. Abundance, right? They got the abundance. Look at it. I mean, there was probably hundreds of, they spent $20,000, I think, on the liquor right there. Yeah, somebody spent $20,000 on the liquor.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they don't drink anything cheap.
Balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Good morning, citizens. Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest. Remember, the government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your families safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah, I filed an extension.
Purchase denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead.
Can you guys please let me through?
Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended. Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in hell!
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct. This content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility? Sarah, open the door. You have been identified by the authorities. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist.
That's what the cops tell you when they're beating your ass. Stop resisting.
Right.
Stop resist. Just go. Just take the mark. Put the handcuffs on. We're slave catchers here. So we're going to close out on a positive note here. Let's.
Light mitochondria DNA is the only way. What does that mean? It means photons of light from the sun quantum entangles DHA in your retina, setting the tone or the pace through your nerve in your eye, through your suprachiasmatic nucleus, or a node in your brain, basically, that talks to the sun by angles of light or amount of light that comes through the atmosphere to set the pace for all of your mitochondria all day long. It's essentially the guidepost or the instruction for every bit of healing that you need, and it starts with sunrise. With the sun is always here. It's always going to rise. It doesn't matter if you live in Toronto, Chicago, Miami, Ecuador, wherever you live, the sun is always going to rise, and it's free red light therapy every single day through your eye, naked eyes to realize the lies, and on your skin. It can be no other way. This is why every religious temple, cathedral is lined up on an east-west line. It's why our cities are lined up on east-west lines. Ancient civilizations, masons, people who built the cities, bricklayers, the salt of the earth people knew how to do this. So we just crossed the equinox where the sun was directly on this east-west line, half day, half night for every person on the planet. This is my street that I gauge the sun with. You can't even see it. It's so bright. But on the equinox, if I stand on the right spot of this mountain, it crosses over this line. We're a couple days past it now, so it's a little bit to the north. You have to understand how sunlight works. That is step one to fixing anything.
All right. Y'all got that? Angles is an angel. Angles of light.
Yep.
They were saying the UK flag was upside down. How's that possible? That's what somebody was sharing on their comms. Can y'all believe that? That somebody literally pointed out, hey, look, the UK flag's upside down. What does that mean? I'm like, how the hell is that possible? Because when you flip it, it's still the same thing.
Same, yeah.
So the buffoonery is through the roof out there, right? When they're looking at these flags. How do you put a UK flag upside down? It's impossible.
People like to be tricksters. They like to be jokers. They think some things are funny and they're just stupid. It's just very annoying.
Stupid. Right. So we got a lot. I got a lot more, but we'll deal with that later. I hope you got something from the show tonight. If not, tune back in tomorrow. We're doing a show tomorrow night. Yeah. So we'll pick up where we left off tonight. Back tomorrow night. I got a lot more stuff to talk about. The Third Temple, of course, with the Antichrist, New World Order. Everyone's cheering that on. The different tetanus shots and stuff like that. Why they're wanting people to get those. Also, Walmart is officially going full force and rolling out digital price tags as well.
Right.
Oh, that's the thing where they can change it when you come
right.
along?
Like gas prices.
Yep.
Which is weird because if they bought the product at a certain price before it got in the store, why are you changing it when it gets in the store? You've already paid for it, right?
Yeah.
It got shipped to you. You sell it to us for $3 for some whatever it is, right? How are you going to change the price to $4 while I'm sitting there?
Maybe that's going to start going after the people with more money.
Right. I mean,
Maybe that's how they get them involved a little.
They did that with my chai coconut tea, right?
Yeah.
I was ordering it, and then all of a sudden it went up like not a little, but a lot. I'm like,
yeah.
What?
We found a tea we liked, and then it went up like 10 or 15 bucks for a bag. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Thank you, Trump, for these tariffs. It was so genius of you.
And now I looked at it just recently, and it went up even higher. I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna play with that one. I'll just get something else. Yeah, that's crazy.
Here, it's only 30 seconds.
It's America's biggest retailers rolling out digital shelf price labels for all its stores by the end of the year. Walmart says that having digital price labels will help its store personnel do their jobs better and more effectively and ensure that prices are more uniform across different geographies. But the move is somewhat controversial, as some are worried that having the ability to quickly adapt price labels on the fly could lead to things like demand-based pricing that shifts prices for higher or lower depending on how changing dynamics happen for supply chains. Now, some lawmakers are already in the process of introducing legislation to ban the use of digital shelf labels, or DSLs.
DSLs.
Sales. Digital label, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're building cities underground.
They already have those. Yeah. That's where our money went.
That's where all your money went. That's where that $2.3 trillion went missing from the Pentagon
Right?
on the day before 9/11 that nobody even talks about anymore. I got you, baby. Gotta take the dogs out. Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Gotta go let the dogs out, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, good night.
This is the final battle. Don't fear the truth. Unite. Quit falling for the okie doke from these politicians. Wake up.
Yes.
They came in peace, or so they claimed. Still the voice is soft, their hunger unnamed. But the truth breaks through the painted lies. Human shadows rising as the old world dies.
The streets are quiet, but the fear is loud. A stolen earth beneath an alien shroud. In the dark, a spark begins. A whisper knows beneath our skin.
We rise as one.
This is the final battle, where the broken learn to stand. Every faith in every color, joining hand in hand.
Raise your voice.
Let freedom echo. Tonight we take our future back. shore. From every creed we stood before. No single banner led the way. Just hearts that refuse to fade away. Across all races, side by side. A human tide that turned the tide.
They said their wakes, our shadows move. Every lie they told, we now undo. We rise as one.
This is the final battle, where the broken learn to stand. Every faith and every color, joining hand in hand.
Raise your voice.
Let freedom echo. Tonight we take our future back again.
They stand there wearing borrowed skin.
The ones who look like us but aren't our kin.
Cold reflections in familiar eyes.
Perfect mass built out of lies. They slip away into the smoke, leaving echoes of the trust they broke.
The war is won, the night pushed back. Their empire shattered in humanity's track. A signal rises through the sky,
Calling something watching from on high.
we've claimed our victory.
The darkness left behind, yet something stirs.
Beyond the line.
This is the final battle.
But the story's just begun.
We survived the chains and shadow. Now we rise as one.
Let the new
Dawn shine like thunder. Let the old world fade away. We are the light they couldn't smother, and we live to fight another day. Another day.